Nice.
Worth about £80, so very generous of Martin as well. So all you got to do to win that is watch through the night, when prompted by Graham, pick a random number, pop it in the chat, and we'll do a live random number generator, and the winner will win it completely at random. It's as simple as that. And our favourite build of night and dance section will win a UMP goodie bag as well. I don't have a prop, it's up there, I forgot it, but it's pick up pencils, sanders, stickers, sweets, etc., etc. It doesn't come in a bag, so it's a UMP goodie box, really. And that's it. So tonight we're joined by Graham, we've got Dan, we've got Norman, we've got Sam, we've got John, we've got Tim, and we've got me. And I don't know if Andreas is lurking somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Thought he might have been in here, but he's not. Yeah, so that's it. Everybody had a good week?
Yeah.
Better weeks than others. So, yeah, it's been a not bad week. Everyone agrees, as you can see. Chatting.
Yeah. Amazing week.
Yeah, cool. There we go. And that's that. Let me get my chat up because I forgot to put it up. Get my volume down. Oh, disgusting. And there we are. So we've got 72 of you watching. There's a few of you in the chat. You okay reading the chat in a minute, Graham?
I am, certainly.
Yeah, or do you want to do it on your own?
Say again?
Do you want to do it on your own, or do you want me to help you?
I don't need any help. I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
As you well know.
Don't worry about it. Dan's been talking.
Yes, I can do it all by myself.
Good. There we go. Right, a couple of things before we get going. Number one, UMP's got a new website. I know, shock horror, mentioned UMP. Lee's worked tirelessly, I think. No. Yeah, completely redesigned your website. It's a lot better looking, it's easier to navigate, and it's a lot better. So go in there and have a look as well. I did mention all my last bench update, but I'll go through it again. Builds, we've got the normal builds going on the forum and what have you. I think there's a Cold War build. We've got Scott's Bomber build. There's a 172 build on there. I think that's it at the minute. We've got my touring car build on Facebook, which ends the end of this month. So you've got about 3 weeks to finish that if you're going to get it done. And next month, I plan a muscle car build. That's what we talked about last month. So basically, any American muscle car and a 2-month build for that again as well. And that's it. Anything else we need to talk about before we get going? Anything to think about?
No.
No? Graham, do you want to talk about your models for heroes thing? Or do you want to do that later?
I can do that later.
Oh, yeah, do it later then.
Yeah.
And that's it. Is your section busy, Dan?
Yes.
Hopefully it's busy with everybody who's in here right now. It's posted on there.
Yes.
Yeah, supposed to.
Oops.
I know
I posted midweek.
Yeah.
Failed. Sorry.
Well, you better hurry up. Quick. Chop. I posted on both.
I posted on both as well, Paul. You see.
Well done, Nom. See, that's commitment.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Spider-Man.
I have just figured out the flicker thing on the forum. I do like that.
It's better, isn't it?
I do like that, especially when you can remember passwords.
There we go. Right, so there we go. I'm going to hand you over to Graham. Are you ready now, or do you want to do your build thing first?
No, I'm ready.
Okay. I'll put the camera on Rome, so it's just on my blue mug. And away you go, Graham.
Okay. So, very early at 1834, we had dammed up Bobbington.
I know what we haven't done. We didn't talk about what we're all going to build tonight. I forgot.
Oh, what we're all going to build tonight?
What are you going to build, Graham?
I'm going to carry on building my little Tacom V2.
Oh,
Nice.
That one there. Yeah.
Go, Dan.
I am going to be working on my Joker.
Norman.
I'm going to be working on that, but I'm going to be doing tracks all evening.
And then he's going to put it back in its box.
No, mate.
Dan,
look at.
Yeah.
Oh, my word.
You busy?
The modelling mother sticker.
Looks familiar.
The wrong norm. Different norm is.
I understand. Who are you and what you've done?
Yeah, I've been farming them out.
Me and Sam look like twins tonight.
Huh?
You got the same t-shirts on, same beard, haircut, fat.
But you're trying to sound fat?
Well,
Hang on. How big's your thumb, Paul?
oh, there we go.
Oh.
Sorry, Sam, I couldn't resist.
Anyway, Sam, what are you working on tonight?
I'll be working on the Peugeot. I decaled it this morning.
Excellent.
So I'm putting the chassis and got the cage done. just priming the rest of it, basically.
Yeah.
Get it all painted up tomorrow morning, and that'll be that all done.
Nice one, mate.
Lovely. Just talking. Hang on, I'm coming back. I went away to grab something. I've got at the end to grab something I'm working on. John?
I will be copying Norm, and I'll be putting tracks together. Go on to this little thing.
Oh, yeah, how's that going?
Yeah, fun.
Large.
Good.
Yeah, lovely kit. I'm enjoying it so far.
Good to hear.
And I'm looking forward to getting to building the gun.
Excellent.
Cool.
Nice one, John. And Tim?
I'm going to dig out the rest of the Tamiya Famo, get some working on that. But first thing I'm going to do is put my screen protector on my phone. Because if I don't do that, I'm really going to damage it.
You're wrecker.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Me then. I'm going to be carrying on work with that. It's my 307. Same as Sam's, but mine's an expert scheme. That was
Nice, I like that.
decal 2K today. You've seen the pictures on Facebook. The 2K is absolutely lovely. Well happy with that. And I'm going to continue building all the running gear in the interior tonight.
Cool.
Nice.
And that is that. So there we go. Let's put that back on road. Camera back over. Go. And over to you, Graham.
So, very early, 1834, we had Dan Dux Bobbington saying, Happy Friday all. Hello, Phil. Rip-up-ding. Mike Huffnagel says, hey, hey. What?
Sounds like Tim's reading chat.
Well, it's, yeah. It could be Huffnile. The G could be like a E sound. Anyway, Robert Smith says, are they still have giveaways?
Buy Matt do.
Right.
Yes, we do. We do. If
We gave them away, Robert.
Yeah.
Get the giveaways away.
James is there. Model officer says, good morning, afternoon, or evening to all you defenders of plastic. Big wave to the crew also. Big wave back. Alex BB, good evening, guys. Hope you're all well. Hello, Alex. How are you? Mark Scale Models.
Giveaways.
Say again.
We still have giveaways, though.
Do we still have giveaways? Yes.
I was just double checking because that's the important bit.
Oh, it is. Very important. Mark Scale Model says, hey, all. Alex Beebe says, hi. Oh, he's talking to James. Sorry. Norman D says, good evening, fellow sprue fiddlers. Hope you all enjoy tonight's show. Enjoy it more than he will be, building tracks. Steve says, hello, all plastic fanatics, with sound effects from Paul from Southport, and good evening to Paul and the Stone crew. Mountaineer Modeler, hello all, got here early for a good seat. Nice one, welcome. Steve says he's not sure if he's going to get his cruise finished by the deadline. Pain injection wore off about 3 weeks ago, and the next one's due next week, but he's in a lot of pain down his right side. That doesn't sound good. And he's got carpal tunnel syndrome as well. Blimey.
You got what?
Isn't that where you like thinking with your captors?
What?
Isn't that where you start sympathising with kidney?
What are you?
Stockholm. I'm thinking about Stockholm syndrome. Taking.
Easily confused.
I am only joking. I'm not that stupid.
That took me a minute.
It was supposed to be a joke, but the person I thought that would get it didn't get it, and everybody else did.
I didn't hear what you said initially. Sorry.
I said, isn't that where you start sympathising with the captors?
I thought you said, isn't it when you start fiddling with your cactus?
Well, it could be. It could be.
That's an entirely different syndrome.
That's a pretty
Anyway, hope you get better soon, Steve. Matos Rex is there, so good evening, everyone. Hello, mate. How are you? Bill Sergeant Bond says, hello, everybody. It's Friday Night Live at the bench. Cy Dennis says, good evening, all. Tony Naked Modeler says, evening, everyone. Tony missing his cave. Andrew Haycock says, good evening, all. And Gil's there, Red Dragon Model Works, says, hello, everyone. Hi, Gil.
Hey, Gil.
Chris, War General, hello, all. Compressor is ordered, and we'll be buying airbrush and paints in the coming weeks. So hope everyone has had a good week. Nice one. Model officer saying hello to people. Gil's waving. Stephen Whitcomb says, evening from Plymouth. ZMBMX says, evening, all. Gaz Vickers says, "What the hell was that noise? I think I just pooed myself."
That was me going.
Oh, Rich Blondon's there. Says, "Greetings, Sprue Fiddlers. Good evening, Gandalf. How are you?"
Hey, Rich.
John M.W. says, "Hi, guys." Adam's there. Challenge Scale Model says, "Yo, dudes." Gaz Vickers, also evening Tet Addict. Hey, Mika's there. Says, "Good evening to all." John Mattioli, good afternoon, even from USA. It's a fine summer day here. Not too hot as it seems to be everywhere these days. Willie Mack, good evening to the Sprue Tinkerers and Manipulator at the bench, and hi to all in the chat. Looking forward to enjoying your company and crack tonight. Glad to have you with us.
He's going to enjoy my crack.
Andy Callis is there saying, "Was up, fellow fiddlers of fantastic plastic."
On the wrong side.
John Newton says, "Welcome, guys." Claire's there, says, "Hi, everyone from cooler London." John Stone, "Greetings, modelers and slaves to the plastic. Hope you're all well." Thank you, John. Andy Callis, "Oh, a leap build night." That's a good analogy.
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Sharpie's Models, evening Styrena Files. People saying hello to each other. Some bloke saying hello from the forest. Jamie Dart's there. Dart Modeling says, "Hello, everyone." Hi, mate.
Hey, Jamie.
James Buckingham says, "Good morning, guys." Metropolitan Line Fraser there says, "Hello, hello, mates." Two Kids No Sleep. Scott's there. Says, "Present." Roll call.
Bueller.
Spider Q8 even Shay. Mike says, "Hi, guys." Pavel Zabek, good evening from hot north of the Czech Republic.
Read Frey's next comment there for me.
Yeah, copied mine.
Yeah. Frey messaged me this morning saying the new UMP website looks good.
Oh, yeah.
It looks exactly like mine, right? So I'm going to do a bit of blatant advertising for Frey, right? So I'm screen sharing, yeah?
Well, you mentioned it, yeah.
Yeah, right. It's not, though. Look, there's UMP.
Right.
And there's Frey site. They look nothing alike.
Well,
you know, I mean, they're totally different.
Yeah, I can't see the similarity.
Scroll down a bit.
Oh, wait.
One phrase.
Yeah. Might be the same platform, but it's a different layout.
Yeah.
Totally different, ours.
Yeah. Look, it's nice to share.
It is. I'm just showing websites. I'm not sharing anything. There's nothing similar there at all.
Not sharing top person.
I've got no idea, Frey. I don't think it looks like yours or ours. Well, anyway, look, there's UMP.
Yeah.
And there's Frey's Model Emporium.
What were the two URLs there?
Model Shop. Why did you have to ask that? www.modelemporium.shop.
Yes.
And www.umpretail.com.
There you go. Everyone's a winner.
That one's a really good site.
Yeah.
And that one's not bad either. No, that's really good. I can't see the similarity. I read it. I woke up this morning. I was like, what the hell's Frey on about? They look the same.
I think they're more similar on mobile format when they're optimized for mobile.
It could be that, but on a proper Mac machine.
On a real machine.
On a real
machine.
JC Lebedev says, "Greetings from New Mexico, USA." Mike Dizzles there says, "Hello, everyone." Chris Pryor, good evening from Brixham. Cam's there says, "Good evening, everyone." Hello, mate. How are you doing?
Oh.
All Old Day says, "Hello." Phil says, "All Dan needs is a pair of horns." No, I think he's saying he looks satanic in some way. Michael Lynch says, "Good day, all." Brian Moran says, "Hi, guys." And Young MacDowell says, "Hello, guys. How are you all?" We're all pretty good, thank you.
Yeah.
Somebody called King Dan saying, "Evening, all." Oh, what? Okay. The Model Bow Handworker says, "Hello and wish a nice evening to everyone. Now you all can start. I'm here." Nice one. Tafel says, "Hello, JS Idaho." Says, "How many beers Friday, everyone?" Oh, happy many beers Friday, everyone. Okay. Jamie Garvin says, "Hey, everyone, happy Friday." Paul Shapland, evening all. Hello, Paul. That truck's looking lovely. John Evans, Shadowland Scale Model says, evening, ladies and gents. John's there, Scottsville Modeler says, howdy, y'all.
Hey, John.
David says, hi, all from Canada. Is that Quebec last week? Grant 5760 says, evening, all. Hannah's there, said, evening, everyone. Hello, Hannah.
Hello, Hannah.
Clinton, hello, Junk, how are you doing?
Hey, John.
Hey, Clint.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Clint.
Oh, dear. Vincent Murphy.
Only one of those nights tonight, isn't it?
It is. Yeah. Vincent Murphy says, evening all. People saying hello to Hannah. Al McNeish's there. Evening, folks. Late again. Bad day. Oh, dear.
Oh, well.
David Cook says, someone's got to wear out the hobby rooms. There's too many fumes. Ray in Malta. Ray Aquilina says, hello, guys. My friend Ray. Hello, Ray.
Hello.
Hello, Ray.
Yeah, same yellow, and it's black and yellow.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yeah. But he hasn't got a problem with it. That's cool.
Tim's teeth are black and yellow.
I brushed them 3 days ago. Thank you very much.
Miguel Duque says, evening. Robert Justin says, hi, all from Australia.
What?
Totally Scale Models says, hola, greetings from Spain. Hello, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Frey says he uses a real machine. That's obviously a PC, yes? Yeah. Adam Luscombe says, evening, guys. Bruglo Addict says, why does Dan always look like he's in a pub pre-smoking ban?
That's the, yeah, because I'm not in a pub and I'm, yeah.
He's a vapist.
Yes, I'm a vapist.
Hey, oh, sorry, vapist, sorry.
Carl's there making model says, evening all, hope everyone is well. Matthew Morvan says, hello everyone, have a great show. Thank you, mate.
Hey, Matthew.
John Newton says, oh yeah, hello from Toronto, Canada.
Bonjour.
And I think that is El caught up.
Well done. Apple, good lad, Frey. See, Frey uses an apple. Yeah. So, haha, Graham.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Loser.
Hey, what happened yesterday, Scott?
Oh, somebody rage quick as Scott. Somebody asked, you seen it? It was a thread about the glue bottle holders that we sell at UMP. And the guy asked what holds it into the holder to stop it falling over, and Scott answered fairies. But the guy didn't like the answer, they told him to shut up. I stepped in and said, look, there's no need for an attitude like that. And then the guy kicked off on me then, and then they were getting thrown off the page.
Wow!
Olga Scott said it was fairies. Scott messaged me like, well, that escalated quick.
Oh, that's brilliant. Love it.
Some people just don't have a sense of humour, do they?
No.
Oh, dear me.
I'm like, you stay out of it. I wasn't talking to you.
And I was thinking my thread's very popular.
Oh, my word. Anyway.
I thought fairies did oat bottling anyway.
Yeah. Any road up. So,
how's it going, sausage?
Simply divine. Maybe.
No, Hannah says fairy muff. Sorry, fair enough.
I'm going to walk away from that one quickly.
Yeah.
Al says fairies are real.
Fairies are.
I'll just return from a distillery tour.
Well, you're going to see fairies.
Sea fairies? I'm not sure about sea fairies.
Yeah, nothing to go out to see, mate. They'll be mermaids.
Pirates were sea fairies, weren't they? Oh, farers, sorry. Anyway.
No, that's the Navy.
That was a bad joke. Oh, can I do me thingy now before we get stuck in? Last night, as I mentioned last week, I did my first session for Models for Heroes at a centre in Chesterfield. I've been saying to Malcolm for a long time that I would like to help out if possible. And there's just been nothing local to me. And then this one popped up in Chesterfield, and he asked me a few weeks ago if I would take it, and I jumped at the chance. I couldn't wait. Nervous as hell, social anxiety and all that. Walking into a closed space with lots of people was a bit scary, but I rocked up last night, and one of the other guys from down in Coventry drove up to give me a hand which was great. A guy called Richard Fryer, who's really good, helps Malcolm out a lot. And essentially, I sat in a room with 3 guys with, I won't go into detail, but they've got some issues. And we sat around for a few hours, making models, chatting, nice and relaxed. Really just a pleasant atmosphere. These guys were all up for it. They were really enjoying what they were doing. It was just really relaxed. Now and again, they got a bit stuck. They had to ask us for a bit of help and stuff. But most of the time, we would literally just sit back, talking about all kinds of stuff and doing some modelling. To walk out of that building with seeing 3 guys go out with big smiles on their face, and the coordinator, a lady called Jane, who was sort of looking after the 3 guys and sort of supervising the thing, came out, full of like positive thoughts and, can't wait to get going again. Already booked in for another session in 3 weeks' time, and to come out of there knowing that in some tiny way I've possibly helped somebody get through the week, get through the month, get through the day, whatever. It just felt really good. It felt really, really good. And I managed to do that by doing something that I really, really bloody enjoy. And I'm introducing other people into the hobby that I really bloody enjoy as well. So it was so satisfying. And if anybody is available in the UK that would like to get involved and help Malcolm out, get over to drop Malcolm an email at modelsforheroes.co.uk and let him know you want to volunteer. You'll have to go through some questionnaires and usual, police checks and stuff that you have to do for all of these things. But I can't recommend it enough. It's just such a brilliant feeling to know that you've helped somebody in some tiny little way. It was just fantastic. I loved it. Can't wait till the next one. And also, on the same note, we're very short of tools and paints and stuff. So if you've got any tools that you fancy donating, or you've got any paints that are either full or, pretty much full, nearly full, get in touch with Malcolm again. Models for Heroes on Facebook, on modelsforheroes.co.uk, and please donate if you can. But yeah, if you've got half an idea about volunteering and you want to help out some guys, ex-forces guys, all vets who are struggling with various aspects of mental health, seriously, get on and do it, guys. It's amazing. It's such a brilliant feeling. So good. So good. And it was great to finally be on the other side after seeing the work that Malcolm and his team have been doing, to actually become part of that team and see it from the other side, and actually it's become more tangible. It was just great. Fantastic. Can't recommend it highly enough. Go for it, guys.
Nice one, Jay.
Nice one, Jay. Right in the chat, there's offering some things for donation.
Nice. Brilliant. I'm not sure if you've spoken to Malcolm before. If you message Malcolm on Facebook, if you go to the Facebook page for it, Models for Heroes, and there's links there that will take you straight through to Malcolm, and and he'll sort it all out with you. He's got he's got lots of things going on, and I'm not. I think it would be best if you just liaise with him. But yeah, it'd be really good if you could do that, mate. Much appreciated.
Plus, you don't have to talk to Graham then, which is always a bonus.
Yeah,
he's very unorganised.
Yeah, I was very organised last night. I had everything all packed up nice and neatly in boxes and laid out everything out. It was brilliant. It really was. And literally, Malcolm sent up a massive box like this, just full of random kits. And I just piled them all up on the table and went, there you go, guys, jump in, take what you want. So they all chose a kit each. And then we had some sanders from Paul and some of you guys that had donated your goodie bag prizes back to the to Models for Heroes. So I dished those out. So the guys were all using UMP sanders. We give them all a pair of tweezers each and a pair of Xuron cutters, cutting mat, and they were away. And they just sat there for 3 hours, just happily. And I was sat back at one point, and I was just looking at them, and they were all just engrossed in what they were doing. And I thought, this is it. They're getting it. That's what it's all about. So yeah, it's cool. Anyway, I'll shut up now.
Well done, mate.
Yeah. Thank you. John Newton just said, Graham, how did you hear about that? Like to see if Canada has one. It's only a UK entity.
Yeah, there's something over there. There is something else over there.
There is, yeah. If you speak to Malcolm, if you go to Models for Heroes Facebook page, I know I saw something recently where Malcolm was cooperating with a US or a Canadian charity that was doing something very, very similar. So it might be worth getting in touch with that, Malcolm, and he'll hook you up. But yeah, I know there's something kicking off over in the States or in Canada, certainly over that way anyway. So yeah, it's a great thing to be part of.
Well done, Graham.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Frey, it's sponsored by dashcraft.net tonight, mate. It's in the description of the video, mate. Everyone who sponsors on that night's in the description of the video. Aye. There you go, Frankie B's in the North of Earth program. PTSD, TBI for civilian and vets. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Models for troops.
Wow.
Well done, Simon. Yeah, models for troops. That does ring a bell, actually. That does ring a bell. Right, I'll switch my camera off. Oh, I think I've just heard the car pull up. That could be my McDonald's arriving.
Yeah. I think Graham already did, Claire. I think he did post a few weeks back. Didn't he last week? Graham posted on ISM Facebook asking for donations.
Sure,
you
yes,
did, didn't you?
I did. Yeah, I did. But
I thought you had.
yeah, I also posted the donations that I'd had from you guys and from Paul.
Yeah.
And also
anything you guys donate back, you might not see it straight away because we stockpile them. Because I'm not going to send one goodie bag and then next week another one.
Mm-hmm.
So we stockpile until we've got a good selection, and we just have one ready to go. When Graham said about this, and I was like, "Oh right, I'll send it to you instead."
Yeah.
So
that was really good. The other thing that I was going to mention, because we had a couple of other bits that had been donated back. One was the Tamiya Ferrari Testarossa, which
that was from Gil.
Yeah, it was from Gil. Yeah, so one of the guys has got his eye on that. None of them were brave enough to start it last night, but one of the guys has got his eye on that. So hopefully that will get built in the near future. And also, Neil Tomcat 64 won the Badger paint mixer and kindly donated that back. Because of the way that Models for Heroes work, it's not something that would really get used in the sessions. So I'll hold on to that and we'll auction that off in November, Paul. Is that?
Yeah.
So that'll go out. Thank you very much, Neil. We'll auction that with in the next Models for Heroes auction.
I'm not sure if Neil watches it, so I can't remember who it is.
Okie dokie.
He must do.
But yes, if you're watching, Neil, thank you all.
Yeah.
There we go.
From the Airbrushing.
Yeah, me. Is it really loud?
No, you can just hear it, mate. Canada. Yes, Hannah, the charity auction will be happening later.
Is that a rhetorical question?
Yes, it is. Yes, November, December, we reckon.
Yeah. Yes, that will be good.
Hi guys, looking for some help. I want to build a one-scintilla Artillery 1226 EH1 01 Cormorant CH149. Norm!
What?
No idea what that is.
Is a cormorant a bird?
Yes.
Oh, it's a plane.
Cormorant is, yeah.
Remember it.
Helicopter, sorry. Yeah, it's a helicopter.
Yeah.
Hang on.
John Howell's just joined. Says good evening, everyone. Hi, John.
Oh, John. And yeah, no, we're grateful to anybody that helps us, or the guys and girls. I think it's a great thing to do, guys. Suffer mental health issues myself. Yeah, Claire, you'll be surprised how many people in this hobby do.
So many do. I mean, obviously, as most of you know, I'm quite sort of vocal and outspoken about it. I think it's something that very much needs talking about and not hidden. And the number of people that, you know, I sort of get in contact with or that contact me just to say that they're dealing with similar problems. They use modelling for therapy in the same way that I do and many others do. It's incredible, really. Yeah, there's a lot of guys out there with problems, shall we say. And it's good that people are more open and able to talk about it nowadays, because it never used to be like that. So it's all good. It's all good. Right, where am I?
I'll mute you, Dan.
Right, David, are you within the UK?
Everyone hold hands. Is there anybody there?
No.
With toffee crisp appears, I'm out of here.
Oh, damn, if I had one.
Oh, I think I need a pudding.
Hello, lads, and my late fun. Yes, you've missed all the giveaways, Ethic. Every one of them's gone.
Yep.
So come back next week.
Bye.
Yeah, that's it. Never mind the rest of the show, just the giveaways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've missed them all, mate. They've all gone, sadly.
In Canada. The only place I can find you one is a company over in the UK called King Kit, which have got a number in stock.
They'll post over there, though.
They'll post to Canada, but I don't know what the cost will be. But if you go to King Kit, you'll find a number of them there, readily available.
There you go. Hold on, Norman.
Welcome.
Kinky Kit. Kinky Flight. More fun stuff.
Yeah. Don't spell that one wrong.
Don't put an S in there either. Kinky. Show a picture of John.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, FX says, but congrats to the winners. No worries, mate. No worries. Good luck next time. See you next week.
Thanks for coming.
One point, though, have we drawn numbers yet?
I drew one.
Okay, I'm not showing any of it. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Matthew? Any excuse. He's out of there.
Yeah, mate.
I've got a tax return he's doing there, Norman. Do you want to do that for me?
I'll lose track of what I'm doing now.
Not putting tracks together, probably.
Anything but.
Putting hundreds of track links back in the bag.
You just throw them in the box. It'd be like a big rattly box.
Yeah.
Like all the other boxes.
Like I was going to say, it's pending in the book.
There's a choice now between doing this and decal, and I chose not to do the decal. Because I screwed her up and started swearing. I kind of wish I'd done the decal now. It's boring. Oh, well, I still have a nice job to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'll be there, don't worry. I'll show new photos on week build, but I'm not sure what to build first. A Concorde, Mustang, or ME262, but 32nd on Rebel. Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I just dropped a little piece.
Ooh, I like it. Sean, that's good. Sean's got no models in progress on his bench this week. Got an airbrush compressor installed. Oh, and a bench fence on order because Sean's not airbrushed, is he?
No, he said to me the other week he was thinking about making the switch. Oh, mate, you are in for such a good time.
What compression airbrush did you get, man? You can see you got a bench fence. That's a good buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. You want to get that one?
That's really cool. I mean, to be fair, he's got some damn good skills with a brush. That World War I bus that he
yeah, it looked good, didn't it?
He built. I had to look twice to say that was brush paint. He's got a good finish on it.
Oh, Tim's eating. What are you eating, Tim?
Yeah.
Yeah, any McDonald's, Graham?
No, not yet. I'm just waiting for them. I thought that was them coming back. Must be next door. It must have been the next door neighbours.
Probably that when I stopped off to eat in McDonald's.
Yeah, I'd stop off and eat mine and let yours go cold. Yeah, I wouldn't know. You're making all your chips as well.
Yeah.
Oh, soggy McDonald's chips. Oh.
Especially if they were warm-ups in the first place.
Oh.
It's like when you root round the bottom of the bag in, and you drop a few chips, you root round, but there's that one that's been in the bottom of the bag from the beginning. You get it, it's all cold. It's like, oh,
yeah, oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, chip roulette.
Cool. Right, here's my little boy.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, we had a fake Five Guys before burger. Oh, was it possible?
Yeah, Five Guys is that's the daddy.
Yeah, say hello to everybody.
Oh!
Hang on, wait a minute, we'll put you on the camera. Look on the screen, look. Right, we'll change the camera over like this. Change that camera to there and go. Oh, not that one. That one. Yes, Freddie, look. Say hello, everybody.
Hello!
Hello! Big on the screen. There you go. Say hello. Where have you been today? Where have you been?
Can you tell him?
No, you tell.
Why?
Everybody's watching. I want to know where you've been. Did you go to the zoo?
No.
Did you go to Moon?
No.
Did you go to the library?
No.
Where did you go?
Sea Life Centre.
Nice.
Did you stroke a starfish? Yeah. Cool. Right.
Shut up, Dan.
Have you brought me some dinner? Have you been to McDonald's to get me some dinner?
I don't know if Mum brought you dinner.
Oh no!
Oh, brilliant.
Shall we go and find out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If she did, you can have it.
Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
See you later. Right, I'm just going to nip off and have my scran.
Okay.
Oh,
See
no.
you in a bit. Well, I'll bring it back in here actually.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, just to rub it in.
Yeah, McDonald's.
What?
I do hope she's got your Happy Meal, Jay.
Back in a sec.
Happy Meal.
Nugget Happy Meal.
Happy Meal with 3 nuggets.
Yeah. There we go. Let's say something. I'm going to leave that. I knew you'd like to start laughing at that.
I nearly said something and then I had to stop myself.
I was too busy laughing.
Oh, they let him out of jail, that's why, they.
That was the other thing. Oh, does anyone here know about webcams a little bit?
No.
I have a webcam on my laptop and one by itself. When I use the one by itself, the mic goes on it. Does anyone have to do? What would cost that to happen cause? I don't know. John, depends what you're doing with it, mate. I'm not sure on PCs, to be honest. Anyone know anything about outdated technology?
It's simple.
No, mate.
Buy a Mac and a brand new webcam. Fix
Yeah, just plug it in and it all works.
Yeah.
That's about £1,000, but it works. I haven't got a clue about PCs.
It's a dear fix, but like you say, it just works. Plug and play.
That's cool, Steve.
I think I'm going to go and fetch some more timber tomorrow for the old man cave.
Ooh.
Careful, Brian.
Have another blast in there at weekend. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, Kirk Alvin poses.
Ah.
Matthew wants to know who manufactured your Joker bust.
Say what?
Matthew wants to know who major Joker?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's something to do with king kits, and that's all I could tell you because I got it for my birthday off the boys in here. So,
Norm?
Norm.
Yeah, Norm's the man.
Oh, God. Hold on. Give us a while.
I'm here, but I'll stay muted so you don't hear me scoffing.
He doesn't even say who sculpted it, to be fair on it. And I'm surprised at that. So, yeah, I think it's 3 killer kits. Or Creature Feature UK.
Yeah, Hans doesn't home the Muggling Advice Bureau.
Wouldn't let him loose his hit. Right.
He is a wealth of knowledge, though, is Norman. I think that's why his hair's run away.
Right.
Yeah, with all his brains.
Oh.
What's them?
Cheers, Sean. Thank you, buddy. Norman sorts the birthday purchases out, so that's why we went to Norman, because he knows exactly where that come from.
Precisely.
Yeah. We all shouted Norman. Plus, he normally has something half-built. There's probably a half-built Joker bust in there somewhere. We'd have sent it to you, down full of cat hair, but
Yeah.
Thinking like an eBay kit, eh, Norm?
Hey, mate.
Thinking like an eBay kit.
It come from a specialist. Trying to find out whether.
Is that where we got the other one from as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that site now. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
Is that the one that did the Gremlin as well?
Yep.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, but the bus we got from a guy. I think it was a guy in Ireland, if I remember right.
See, it's quite good when it's a birthday gift and somebody asks you where you got it from. You can just say, "Don't know."
Yeah.
I haven't got a clue. Move along.
But fast.
Tell you what, Dan. Good job you weren't in here today when I was putting those gorilla arms on.
Was the air blue?
Yeah, it was slightly blue.
Yeah. It does look good though, mate.
They are a pain to hold and pin. I know your way's probably easier, but I just couldn't keep it in the same place. It's how I moved something. The whole lot moved.
Yeah. Did you end up sat there like that? Just trying to hold it all in?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I've also found 2 rolls of Tamiya tape helps.
Yeah.
I've wasted so much Tamiya tape holding bits and bobs to people. Not in, no. Move along.
Really clean film's easier for that.
That will get in so.
It wasn't from there, Han. That's right, Matthew. I used gorilla glue for the gorilla arms. Had to be done. We're gonna go with blending it through the week. How are you blending, Dan? Are you thinning the squadron green?
It depends what you want to do. I mean, if you want to contour it, like
I need to fill the gaps first.
So what I would do there is thin it down and then put it on with either a paintbrush or a cocktail stick, you know, to get it in the cracks.
Yeah.
And then just build it up from there. You can either build it up in one layer, you know, like if you brushed it on quite thickly, and then come back in with a cocktail stick to try and get you whatever you needed to get in.
Yeah. And what are you blending it with a brush?
Yeah, the good thing about that green squadron is if you know you've got a decent brush, use cellulose thinners, and you can
blend it in,
and it works. Oh, it's so good, dude. Honestly.
Well, I'll give it a go for the week.
I've done it on my Predator, and it was the best attachment of extremities that I've ever done.
Once I get past primer, I haven't got a clue what I'm doing.
Yeah, just pick out an handful of colours, and then, you know, from dark to light, and then just keep putting them on, and just throwing them on, and you'll get there, mate. Honestly, just remember, get plenty of reference pictures, and then pick 2 or 3 out, and then just stick to them pictures of not you wanted to replicate it, but you wanted to get somewhere close to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got loads of pictures at Joker and Predator, and you know what I have done with Joker in past and whatnot, and I don't want to replicate it every time. I've changed this one up. This one's going to be like a more cartoonish Joker. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You working on, Tim?
I'm just I've got some old magazines. This one's all about the B24s. I was just going through the boxes to get through down to the Tamir kit. I was like, oh, I was having a little read about B24s there. I was like, oh, look at that!
Yeah, squirrel.
They've got a really. Try to get it in shot. See the zigzag one in the background. That's cool.
Yeah, that's good.
That looks brilliant.
What is that?
That was Sharpie. Disgusting.
Me.
Somebody starting a chainsaw.
Sharpie.
Well, that was this morning. I was making noises like that.
See, he admits it.
Yeah, disgusting. Andy Callis in the chat laughing.
Nothing to do now.
Don't forget, peeps, if you got a question in the chat, pop it in there, have a question mark in front of it. There's 120 of you watching. No, we haven't done numbers yet for those interested in prizes. At least they don't make it completely obvious when they're here just for prizes.
Yeah.
The numbers, John, yeah? So, Ethic Noah was joking before, you haven't missed the prize. It's an airbrush.
A hairbrush?
Why the hell not? Oh, nearly. Yeah, why not?
Oh, you, me, and Norman.
Hey, we're back. I've got other hair to grow.
Welcome back.
So we're not back on manscaping, are we?
We were just discussing about Norman's comb over eyebrows.
Yeah. He's going to dye them black.
Yeah.
Yeah, your hair's not quite doing it.
Oh, it's lashing it down out there.
Yeah, it's been wet here all day.
Yeah,
Hasn't
it just like a walrus flapping its wet flippers?
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought he's going to pick us up straight away.
Yeah, dream on, Scar. Dream on. Yeah, you have to go way of getting your band out the chat.
Yeah, isn't it?
Good one, James.
Do that. It. What am I drilling? Drill, John.
Kneecap.
Exhaust. For my car.
So many jokes, but need to move away.
Yep.
I'm not that rich.
Nope. Is there a piece? Oh, sorry, Chris. I did see a question earlier, but I forgot to read it. Is there a piece of modelling gear equipment you wish you'd got earlier, or suppose at a Dremel? No, mate. It's a little Tamiya tool. That one, and then that's my little Micromore battery powered one. So this one's got a bit more power to it, and this thing's got no power at all. So it's perfect drilling to plastic. Right. So, is there a piece of modelling gear equipment you wish you got earlier?
My punch and die sets.
Punch and die sets are invaluable. The thing is, though, they're one of those things that you very rarely use. But when you do, you're so glad you've got them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Punch and die sets.
I'm going to say PE bender.
PE bender's another good tool, yeah.
Airbrush.
Airbrush, yeah.
My new compressor.
I don't really look upon an airbrush as a luxury anymore, though.
No, it's just like a paintbrush.
Yeah, I think it's more because they're cheap. You don't have to spend a lot, do you?
No, not really.
For £200, you can pretty much be set up with an airbrush and a compressor now.
And paint.
And a booth and everything.
Yeah, really.
It's a couple £100, you get fully set up. That might not be the greatest stuff, but they get you going.
It'll work.
Yeah.
It'll keep our lit.
Yeah, Brian says C4. RLE 82 says bigger trash can.
Yeah, that's true.
Unfortunately, I can't find out where I got that one from.
But for me, it'd have to be this wonderful airbrush from UMP. No, I'm only joking.
Oh,
No, I'm only joking.
See, I could reel off a load like these little chisels. Them little chisels are just.
Yeah, they're good. The trumpet tool.
Oh, yeah, the mutts, they are.
Right, Matt is a hammer. John says PE rolling stuff, yeah.
Bigger box.
Matthew says a better torch finding bits on the floor. What do you say, Norman?
A bigger box.
I've got it. I actually got it this week.
Yeah, John got a personalised hammer.
Oh, yeah, that's quite cool. I like that.
Stuart says magnifies. This is from Modeling Stuart. Oh, sorry, I see. Never mind.
I mean,
came as a trigger version. If only. Oh, Carl says a decent pair of spruce cutters.
Scutters, no, lovely.
Spruce.
Them.
One of the Tamiya ones, they're great.
Yeah.
Even Tamiya ones ain't going to cut down a spruce. You need a chainsaw for that.
Yeah, you do. Norwegian spruce at that as well.
Yeah, a bit like that must be those Norwegian blue parrots.
Yeah.
Anyway. I don't know what I'd say, to be honest. I think decent sprue cutters are very good. And I did start off with crap ons.
Yeah, I've started off with pants ones.
I moved on to Zorons, and Zorons are good, but I think the Tamiya are better. And then Norman just bought some of those dice dopey ones, didn't you?
Yeah, don't mention them, please.
Why?
You want to tell the tale, Norman?
Oh, go on, I haven't heard this.
This is gutting.
Oh, no.
I was looking for a new set of sprue cutters.
Yeah.
Looking all over, and I saw the review on them display ones.
Where'd you see the review, Norman?
It was on YouTube.
Oh, what channel was it?
It was Hazigawi's.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, Dan's off.
So the missus was sitting behind me, and I says, "Oh, they look all right." She says, "Yeah. Do you want a pair?" I says, "Well, I don't know." So I checked the price over, and in euros, it was like 34 quid.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's rather expensive and all that.
Yeah.
Don't think I'll bother. So she went out the side there and always come back. She said, I bought you them. I says, what? She says, sprue cutters. I says, how much? In total, 49 quid.
Oh, gosh.
49 quid with postage and tax and all that. So Paul put to me up. He was selling a set of paints for the Israelis. And he put WH Hobbies up. So I thought, oh, I'll have a look on there. And down the side, I saw a display. I thought, oh, I hope not. So I went checking down, and they've got them in for 31 quid.
And they're in the
And I thought, well, I'll get the wife to cancel the other one, and I'll go on there. She couldn't get into my email, and she went to work that night.
Oh.
Following day, come back. She says, I've got an email. I says, oh, you got into it? Yeah, they've sent them. I was like, oh, no. So 49 quid, so.
And just for when you start asking, I think it's HM Hobbies.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Start asking them.
49 quid for a set of cutters.
I know, I was gutted, mate.
They better be good.
They have to, I'll tell you what, they're going to give me pleasure in the moment I get up and make a coffee.
Hannah says the Thinny Stick starter pack in UMP. Yeah, I like that one. Gundam Planet makes a nice pair of cutters. They do, yeah.
Yep. No, they're good. God hands are called, aren't they?
No,
they're different.
Gundam are different.
Oh.
Well, the God hands are 88 quid.
How much?
88 quid.
D2, way too many of those.
I nearly swore then. That is ridiculous.
Actually, way too many of those things are snapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so hard. You drop them or you even cut a bit of sprue that's too thick, you'll snap the blade on them.
That's not.
I'll stick them with 25 quid Tamiya's.
Yep, they do good.
But I probably had.
Every few years, and job done.
No, I've had them, no. But it's been a while. But you've had them a couple of years.
Yeah, we've been.
They are really, really good. I mean, how close you can get.
Yeah.
You can pretty much cut flush. Because they're so fine at the point. They're awesome.
I'm trying to think of my favourite.
But I also keep these cheap things for cutting fat bits of sprue. So if you ever want to cut through a big bit, I use these ones. Because if I snap those, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I wouldn't try and cut through a big sort of main sprue.
Diorams to cutting through the big stuff because they are brilliant at cutting through anything. So they're well handy for that.
Well, I got these off eBay, the Japanese company called Engineer. They're 15 quid and exceptional quality. And for like big stuff, they just, even fingertips, they just break through it with no problem at all.
You cut through your fingertips?
Not just fingertip pressure. They actually hack right through it.
Fingertips.
But the quality of them is exceptional. I wish the bloody nippers were like that.
I like my Citadel ones.
Yeah, I've got them, mate. I've got them as well. But when you get them small little stuff, you can't really get them in there.
I'm going to say I like mine. But I don't do a lot of small cutting though, Norm.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't do the tacky, tanky type arrangements.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt. I got these from a company on eBay called Precision Tools, Cam.
What do they sell?
Precision Tools, mate. And I must admit, the quality of them for 15 quid is exceptional.
Are they precise?
Hey?
Are they precise?
Yeah.
I just liked dislike the live show best about moving. Oh well, there go with the other four.
Yeah.
I would think so, Cam, yes. They're actually wire cutters, but like I said, they're exceptionally sharp. And like you say, they're just damn nice. They really are.
I always had a bolt cutters. You want to use them?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's for getting into the white chassis built.
Oh,
You knew you were going to be first one there, didn't you?
Yeah, of course I was.
Shall we all nip back to the 70s just for Graham?
Impact driver.
Bill, Tamiya's big one that looks like a samurai sword. Very good.
Oh yes.
And the JLC one is the best one I've seen from Microsoft. Brilliant. This one. That one for a little one. Very good. JLC one. And this thing looks really unwieldy and too big, but it's not. It's very precise. That's
It's such a good.
You wouldn't think how precise that could be, and it is ultra precise.
like something you would make sushi with. It's like a
It's
chef's.
yeah, it does look overkill because it's huge,
Mm.
but it's surprisingly accurate. And yeah, I think those two you saw to the road.
I think we drew most voyeurs.
Hey,
I think we drew the most viewers the night that Tim was trying to cut his leg off with.
Yeah.
That was scary. The JLC one that Paul just showed, if you see it advertised as the anniversary edition, it comes in a nice plastic box, and then you get the saw itself, spare blades, and you also get these little doobly flirks, which can attach on so you can get, I'm not sure why you need it, but you can actually have two blades side by side with a little gap in between them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure why you would use that, but yeah, you get
a narrow strip of something.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, two spare blades and all the bits for that. And if you watch Plasmo on YouTube, he uses one of these for rescribing all the time. Just uses that by hand and just rescribes for the, which is scary. But yeah, it's an amazing piece of kit.
I use a Tamiya photo etch razor source for rescribing.
I don't rescribe.
me neither. That's for weirdos.
Mm.
I'm only joking.
No, you're not.
Hang on a minute, boys.
Thanks for the warning.
It's not that bad.
It is.
You'll know about it when it is. Vincent for red, yellow's better. If you don't have that, pink's good as well. Yellow, I'd go white, personally. Can you tint the UMP primer? If so, with what? Other UMP primers, Matthew. I wouldn't use anything else personally.
And so I've only mixed the primers together to get, you know, to either lighten or darken.
Yeah. Not sure how they react to the paint or mediums. Extra large. Ow.
I tinted the white with just a little bit of grey when I did that Skoda, so I could see it going onto the white plastic, and then also I could see where my white paint was going over the top. Just a very slight shade of off-white, but I've just used another few drops of UMP grey to do that.
Skyhawk's great, isn't it?
So you got me?
I was reading JC Leatherdead
Okay.
saying about the A4B Skyhawk, what colour primer to use. I mean, I would have gone black. But... Yes, Dan.
I never said a word there.
I know you too well.
All right.
Paul, saw your review of the Misabi Procon PS290. Any reason you don't use anymore? A little too much overkill of airbrush, I think. Tim had one as well.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too much in it, Tim.
I think if you've got big projects, big,
We're doing like 48 scale subs.
Yeah, if you're doing the big, like the big Revel subs or big
trucks,
like 132 bombers and stuff like that, brilliant gun. That's what you need.
Yeah.
But past that, it's just
cars. It's too big for cars.
It'll be too easy to get too much paint on.
Yeah, and it's an air hog as well.
Yeah, I think that was more the issue. It was just running the compressor constantly.
Yeah.
But it did work well.
Yeah, black primer's worth a go, bud. Nobody answered that, but we answered
John
it.
did. John did.
Oh, did he? Sorry, John did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got black primer.
From what I've heard about that 172 Concorde, you'd be better off painting it with filler.
Painting it with filler.
Pretty much. From what I've heard about that, the Rebel kit.
Well, the big Concorde.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very good. You're better off buying the HPH 148 than going full bore.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
30 quid Rebel model now. It's that HPH thing.
That the price is not what matters. It's the quality of the model.
How much is the HPH one, Tim?
Oh, mate, that must be 700 quid.
And it's huge.
I'll have a look. Let me actually have a look, see how much they is. But all I know is it's enormous.
It's a solid single piece of resin, isn't it?
I think it is. You know that. I do think it's
I bet it took 2 people to pour it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that and that.
Want to be trying to deliver it.
Hello, Jason. Schoolfish in the chat.
Hey,
Good evening, Jace.
Cheers.
Haven't seen you hang out for a while, Jace. Hope you keep him off.
Okay, so the Concorde, €495.
So about 450 quid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get that. I'll pay 30 quid for the Rebel. I'm not going to work. Go, Jace.
If you know, yeah, the whole fuselage is one wings, tail, the lot is just one big piece of resin.
It's impressive to be able to pour a piece of resin like that.
Yeah.
It shows the quality of their.
That must look, I mean, that must look absolutely amazing. And do you know what is weirdest?
Imagine if you dropped it, though.
You can buy, like my dad used to get hold of travel agents. They used to have the planes in the windows.
Yeah.
So he used to get hold of, when he used to be working for British Airways, he'd go out to all these Far Eastern, Middle Eastern countries, and he'd go into their shops, and in the back of the shops, they'd have these planes just sitting around. And they're like, he's like, what do I do with them? They're like, we were going to throw it away. I'll take it back for me. He's had Concorde 747s.
Cool.
He's at home. He's got a Comet, completely clear Comet. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Very cool.
Yeah.
The chap who came to help me with models for heroes last night, Richard, he had he was building a tank while we were there. But as we were leaving, he showed me this. There's a resin like a jet fighter type thing, but it was a solid lump of resin. And he said, what it is, it's all the what do you call them? Idea, that never actually went into production.
Yeah,
they were just like models for the original plans. And he said he got a load of them from somewhere that was closing down, and he's got a load of these resin kits of all these fancy aircraft that have never actually been produced.
Cool.
It was really cool, big heavy lump of resin. It was lovely.
That would look amazing. That Concorde, the Air France one. British Airways Concorde. That looks gorgeous looking plane.
Apparently, makes the Concorde in 172, so that's probably as old as Concorde, isn't it?
Probably, you know that.
Yeah, it'll be in a nice shiny box, anniversary edition.
I'm gutted I never got to go on Concorde. My mum did. My dad did.
I've got to have a wander around one at Duxford once. But
I've been on Concorde. We had a look in it. Oh, wow. A lot smaller than you think it's going to be.
Yeah,
the outside is massive. You get on board it, and
it's dinky. It's a dinky little thing.
It's basically just engines, fuel tanks with a sausage down the middle to put people in.
That's it. That's pretty much it.
No, it's a different kit. Yeah, fix one. Probably worse, to be honest.
Yeah, shame Concorde had to stop flying. Great watching that thing take off.
I heard shiny box, didn't hear what it was, but I want it.
Somebody airbrushing again. Sorry, it's me. To mute yourself, mate. I keep forgetting it's somebody in anger. It's alright then.
Pass on so close into it. Just making loader.
Well, I'm with you.
Right.
Could be Steve, you're right. Could be the sound of Steve's meeting freezer.
You're not living to read that by someone's fridge.
Okay. Good.
Thing is, we had to mothball the fleet because a lot of people died. Past its prime, wasn't it, that airframe? The Air France, one of Air France's, wasn't it, that went down?
Yeah, it's Air France's. Yeah, after their big hoo-ha after the crash, they did so much to get it back ready for airworthiness, and then 9/11 happened. That was it. That was the end. That was the end of Concorde.
That was a pity.
Well, the Airfix 172 Concorde is a 2004 Heller kit.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah. I'll look for the Rebel one.
You enjoying yourself, Norman?
I'm just staying on track, mate.
Cut them out, will you? That's what I thought. Gotcha.
The Rebel 172 is a snap type.
Steve says Boeing are talking about building a supersonic liner.
Set this thing into action.
Bounce its way to the States.
The old autocorrects are funny, aren't they, Graham?
Does what you say with my way?
Autocorrects are funny.
Yes.
You cut mooses in half.
Yes. Auto carrot. Cut the moose in half.
Cut the moose in half with a pair of scissors.
42.
It's still there, that, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Just cut it with a pair of scissors.
Oh, yeah, okay. You pop around then. You can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't fixed it out yet. Oh.
No, it's still there.
Eventually it'll just...
Serious?
Yeah. What, you want to grab it with tongs off at barbecue and just yank it?
Oh.
Yeah, they're brand new. Using them.
Well, look, if its head went through, its head will come back out.
Yeah, but half its body went through as well.
Right?
Yeah.
Just pull its bum.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
If you just come at it from behind with the scissors and just snip it straight down the middle of its back, it'll just split in half, and then you'll be able to pull it out.
What?
Oh, that sounds nice.
It's sick. Oh, dear.
Well, you've got to get it out. Eventually, it's just going to decompose and fall out. So
yank and grab a
Just leave it, pick up the bits.
I was hoping the canaries would turn carnivorous. Maybe.
And next door's got a cat you can just bring round.
Yeah.
Just give it to the ferret.
So for those who are going on about, the other day, Hannah called me out of here to tell me we got an aviary, that there was a mouse stuck half in, half out the aviary. And it managed to get itself through centimetre square mesh all the way up to its hips and it got stuck. So I stood there for 10 minutes scratching my head wondering what the hell I was going to do. And decided to dispatch it with a hammer.
As you do.
At least it was a metal hammer this time, not a Fisher Price one like last time. Last time, we had a mouse in the house, and it had managed to get itself in James's little play kitchen into the bowl, and I kind of cornered it unprepared. Like, oh, there is a mouse there. And the first weapon at hand was James's plastic Fisher Price hammer. And bludgeoned the mouse to death with a plastic hammer. So at least this time I had a metal hammer. And yeah, it was a quick dispatch. And I looked at it thinking, no, I'll deal with that tomorrow. And that was 3 days ago.
So these are little known fact viewers. Paul is actually an ambassador for PETA.
Yeah. The people can go and go. So
PETA,
I put in the
people who eat tasty animals, yes?
Anyway, so I put in the chat about how to get rid of the mouse. I put a video in it, and Graham come back with cut the rat in half. And I was like, not a rat, it's a mouse. And Graham's a spell checker had his pants down by cut the moose in half then with scissors.
Well, I should check really.
That would be a bloody big pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a moose. Loose. Let's see.
Holy cowboys.
What the hell are these round things for, Sam?
What's that, man? Hold on.
The tooth number 31s.
Are they not for the back posts on the chassis?
Let's see. Being boring.
Where the back of the roll cage has got the two circles that go into the struts, top of the struts.
What's known as in the trade as thingamabobs.
Yeah, who do you mean?
Okay.
But
Yeah, that's where John was looking, Pavel. Scale mates is awesome.
Which John? Our John? John Sharp?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't look where he looks.
No.
scale mates is safe.
No. Scale mates is fine.
What the hell are they for? Are they for screwing to something? Yeah, they would might be.
The circle?
Tonight's show is entitled Disposing of Bodies After Slaughtering Them in the Shed.
I didn't slaughter them. It's bludgeoned.
I thought there was a back of the uprights.
No, they're already on there, mate.
And you got like a little hatchet you can just, keep tight to the side of mesh and just swing it.
Sadly not.
What about a meat cleaver at the kitchen?
Wipe it off and put it back.
Go bread knife on it.
Oh, there you go. Good call. Bread knife.
Look, get over there. It's thing. Flamethrower, there you go. To burn the Avery down at the same time.
I was going to say that's kill all birds all at once.
Use a blow. Tony says use a blow torch.
Blow torch.
Torch.
We can you electrify the mesh? That'd be more dead birds.
Might be easy to move, yeah.
Avery for sale, but you only take a photo at good side.
Yeah. Free mouse.
Don't see them, Paul.
Half a mouse.
Mouse proof is supposed to be as proof.
Known to work. Well.
Easiest solution, flag down a kid in the street and say, do you want to earn a couple of quid?
Yeah, get arrested for things like that nowadays.
How do you know that, Graham?
Well,
He beats him up, doesn't he?
hey.
That was not proven.
He got a caution for that one.
The caution was for nicking the pocket money.
Oh dear. Matt treading on thin ice.
Who with?
Matt.
Yeah, who with?
You.
I'll talk about me.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Talk about Steve.
Ah.
Fail.
Okay.
Fail. Steve actually is a Scouser. Because he's from Liverpool.
Proper scally.
Oh dear. Nah, you're treading on thin ice now.
Now then.
No then. Oh, no. No. Where did that come from?
Louis Savile, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
You like to fiddle what?
Hmm.
Oh, good question.
What's that? What bad habits modelling wise do you have that you know are bad but can't stop?
Buying too many kits.
Oh, that's not a bad habit. That's a good habit to have.
Being obsessively tidy.
Yeah. Yeah, you really struggle to shake that one.
Yeah, I'm trying though.
That makes the tramps down the park feel uneasy about the
But at least they bag all their stuff up and they walk around with during the day.
That's why I got a house. So
I suppose he's right.
Yeah.
That's why he's got an house. I like it.
I don't think I've got any bad modelling habits. I've had really good teachers, you see.
mine is I always cut towards myself with a knife.
That's very silly.
Modelling, whatever I'm doing, I always cut towards myself.
Yeah, for somebody to take that out of context, you're not careful.
Mm.
See, I cut away from myself because I'm a dick. And I've cut myself many a time when I've not needed to. And just from...
Well, I don't think you ever need to, do you?
Where
Well,
have you cut yourself, Dan?
hey, what?
Where have you cut yourself?
In many a location, I've cut my thigh with a Stanley knife once.
Stop it. Okay.
Accidentally, I was cutting some plasterboard
Okay.
thigh and it just...
Okay.
I need to top my finger off once.
No, stop it.
I
I did get the top of my finger chopped off.
Oh, yeah, you do. Oh, go on. You always want to trump everyone, didn't you, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Hang around, he will.
That's slanderous. How have you?
No, it's not. You've been doing it all day.
That was earlier.
Yeah, I know.
In my excuse, I did have rather a large lunch.
Sticking the paintbrush in your mouth is probably quite a bad habit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I do that, yeah.
Get bit of something.
Yeah, it's, if you're using ink, you end up with a black mouth for about 3 days after.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
I've just done it with some red paint. Very nice.
It's good for blending. I think. What's I can't remember the guy's name now on YouTube. He does the model cheating 101, hobby cheating 101.
Jason Donovan.
Vince Ventuella.
Close.
Yes, does model cheating, hobby cheating 101, and he does like all about figure painting, and he calls it something. He calls it something where you use your spit to blend the paint by licking the brush.
Blending?
Gross.
Yeah, gross, yeah.
Did you say wet blending, John?
Yep.
No, it's a specific name that means licking it and licking it and mixing it.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Oh, that's nickname for licking it.
Void blending. That's it. Well done, Cam. Thank you. It's called void blending. Void blending.
Void blending.
Why is it called void blending?
Yeah.
I really don't know, but that's what it's called. Void
That
blending.
guy make it up himself.
I don't know, to be
It
honest.
was a void.
Did you not watch the video properly then?
Yes, I did watch the video.
And did you
But
not say
he just called it void blending. So
Oh.
Voice blending, which I made up.
RELE82 said spit roasting.
Shading.
Spit roast. Oh, shading. Sorry. Oh, Calvin. Don't get rid of that.
Oh, Calvin. Delete that one, Calvin, or I'll have to pull it.
Hang on.
Oh, dear.
And it's descending ever lower.
Mute.
Oh, it's gone.
And another one I used to have when I used to paint a lot of radio control car bodies. Holding the body shell there and spraying it with no ventilation.
Are you waving?
And yeah, you then go to blow your nose later and it comes out in a funky colour. Oh, ow. Yeah, I've done that more than once as well, Vincent. Got your knife in your hand and you go to adjust your glasses. Stab yourself in the face.
Mm.
I've done it with tweezers.
Another one I got out of was flicking the solder off the end of my soldering iron.
You don't want to lick the end of that.
When you flick the solder off and you forget you're not wearing any jeans and you flick the molten solder onto your leg accidentally, that's not fun.
Oh, no, I was going to. So you're modelling in your pants?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why the hell not?
My house, nobody else lives there.
Is that because you model in your pants?
Possibly.
Spit shading is a technique used by old tattoo artists for painting tattoo flash. Blending the, oh my word.
Part of an unknown matter.
Goodness me. So you go for tattoo and some boy spits on your arm. Nice. I'll just rub a bit of my hockle into your skin. It'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Just take one of these a day, they'll sort the herpes out.
Oh. Where's the thing?
Sorry, Titus, wouldn't it be?
B12 and B13. There it is. I couldn't find it. Oh, I got that confused. So that was for painting the designs onto paper, not spitting on your skin.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit better.
Well, you do your bit in a bit, Dan.
Yeah.
When you finished, give us a shout.
Yay. That was a bit fiddly, but we're on.
Message for you there, Tim.
Hang on. Oh. Where am I? Oh. Whoa. Tim Hannett's future releases B24 decals. Oh, nice.
Cool.
These are UMP Sanders, Bill. UMPretail.com.
Oh, you got them?
Apparently. Mine come from a shed over there.
Good photographs of James, Paul.
Yeah, it's fun to go. 10 US picnic.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed that you weren't in any of the photos, like.
I wasn't there.
Spoil sport.
I'm a sports boat.
I'm not. I'm being sarcastic. There's no way on earth you would get me there. That's definitely your mum's thing.
Yeah, fun. And I said he got really.
It was in the 1970s.
No, I mean, from my point of view, it's something that I would let Nick do. I wouldn't do it. I don't mean in a sexist way. I just mean I wouldn't want to do that.
Shocking, that game.
Right. So yeah. So the stay-at-home dad is going to start talking with 1970s values. I don't think so. I got a little motorbike.
I'm a stay-at-home dad. Just don't have any children now.
Be fine. Well, you still got children. They just don't live with you.
Well, yeah.
Stay-at-home modeler. Stay-at-home modeler.
Stay-at-home mother. I don't know if that did sound bad, didn't it? Don't have any children anymore. Considering one of them was here this afternoon.
You have adults now.
Aye, that are still like children.
They'll always be your babies.
Oh, aye.
Yes, Gary, we needed to skip a week because we got ahead of our weeks. So we added another build night, mate. Aye, we'll be back next week.
Oh, we were using, or the guys were using Revel Contactor. And I'd like sort of put a, the little McDonald's sauce things.
Yeah.
I put a couple of those out upside down and just sort of dimple the tops in. So I'll put a little bit in there and just pick it out with a cocktail stick. So there was like 3 little tiny puddles of this glue out on the table. And I mean, literally just probably a couple of milli in each one, if that. And when I went out the room, I came back in and, God, blimey, that stuff smells strong. Didn't notice it when I was in there until I just opened the door to walk back in. Blimey, it took my breath away.
Good job, because it stinks.
It really stinks, doesn't it? Bear in mind the environment I was in with noxious fumes. It was kind of like, yeah, we've got to be a bit careful about this.
Right, come in Sam's room with noxious fumes. Oh, Clive. Oh, I hope your dog's okay.
Such a lot. I knew you were going to.
I was debating whether to say it or not. Yeah, so
Well, that's one track run done.
That was quick.
Repeated it.
Yeah. He's got rubber band runs, hasn't he?
I'm about halfway through mine.
What, just trimming them up?
Yeah, just trimming them up, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, I already had all that done. I got them sat in the ramekin.
He told you.
Oh, cut. I'm still having to sand them all.
You ready then?
Yes,
Nice.
maybe.
Give us a shout when you are.
Hang on, let's just see how long it takes for the screen share to
Screen share.
work.
Anybody want a peanut?
Oh, ready salted or dry roasted?
Back in here.
Salted and roasted.
Oh,
You got it, John?
Get down the axe. Go on.
Hey, Tommy's in the chat. Hey, Tommy.
hey, Tommy.
That be sharing now properly.
Says.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sharing.
Cool.
I'll hand you over to Dan. He's going to go through all your work on the Facebook page in the forum. I'll pick our favourite build of the week, which will win a UMP goodie bag.
Which I'll just point out is going to be really hard again.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, just for the record, that, yeah, it's getting harder and harder. I don't know if that sounds wrong, but anyway. Good evening. We shall start on the forum as always. And I'm liking the new, ignore that, I don't know why that what bit's there for some reason.
What?
What? I don't know. But it seems to be like, what's there and rest and it's down below picture. I don't know what happened there. Me and technology. But I do like the forum clicky one-click jobby. That's very good. And this is Nova Russ, Mr. James Skiffins, first off the bat this week. And this week, Matthew, while waiting for things to dry in the church, has been playing with his figures.
Mm-hmm.
The figure is a US paratrooper in 1/35th scale from China. Ooh. Is that to modify it by cutting and repositioning the feet at the ankles, the head and at the neck, and finally the left arm required major surgery. Very nervous his first time doing this to any figures, but happy so far with the addition of the parachute straps using some PE belts, which will be modified also.
Very nice.
Looking great, isn't it?
Watched him making the parachute today. Amazing. That guy's got some insight.
Yeah, he's yeah, braver than me is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But it does look cool.
It does. Oh.
And this is Drums01. Still moving forward on his 1/144th A10A from LS. He's gained new respect for those who model this small scale and render an accurate model. So far in his builds, he's added aftermarket detailed interior, Remove the aileron, air brakes, and Fowler flaps.
Yep.
Okay. He's opened the panel for the pilot ladder. Opened the com/test panel. He's opened one of the electronics panels on the right of the fuselage, and then removed and posed the rear elevators. Afterwards, he's created and added extended Fowler flaps to show them in the open position. Created and opened the air brakes, created an electronics internal bay with components, removed the tip of the left wing, wheel pylon to show the refueling port, and created its replacement tip. And here's some photos just prior to the base coat and green European camouflage being applied. God, I've got nuts in my teeth. That sounds so wrong. That sounds so wrong as well.
That's every Friday night.
I was just eating some really nice cookies.
These nuts.
Condiments.
These nuts.
Condiments.
But yes, he's got to say that's in 1/144th scale as well, and what he's been doing, you know, cutting and chopping and whatnot. That's very, very tiny scale. Too many photos, but a very, very, very tiny scale.
How many pictures did he put up?
Many.
One picture each, please, peeps.
And he's currently working on the ordnance and landing gear, and he's now ordered new decals, a hard stand base, and a 1/144th figure to complete the build.
Nice one.
And this is Mr. Barry Thornton next. And mostly this week he's been working on a solution to wheels. Wheels, and more wheels. But he's fine-tuned his Tankomatic seam remover. He's altered the phase motor so now it goes to 11. And pulled all the wheels from his stash to sand in one go. And have a good show, guys. That's kind of a good idea, but I'm going to say make sure you've got some kind of safety goggles or a paintball mask on.
That's really, really good.
Because one of them pinging off straight at your face is going to be interesting.
Think of it.
Need a plaster.
Good diarrhea, though.
Diarrhea. Cool.
Mr. Seamaway.
Good idea.
This is Mr. G. Mahaffey. And this is, it says, top image is the AMK MiG-31 BM/BSM. The main decals are done and some stencil data started. The stencils are a treat to lay down. The bottom two images is his first foray into World War I planes, unpainted at the moment, but if you could tell by the instructions that the engine is sitting on, you would know the kit manufacturer. But if you're wondering, the kit itself is a Junkers D1. For those who didn't know, it's the wings in 1/32nd scale. The MiG was painted in XF19C grey and Vallejo basalt grey. Microsol solutions were used for the decals. God, I hate nuts.
Very nice.
Oh. That one should win.
Yeah, that's a win right there.
Oh, Tommy's just joint chatting all at the right time. This is Tommy M next.
Oh, yeah.
And he says, just a bit late. This is his main NASCAR buddy build. It's a 125th AMT Ertl 1994 Bobby Labonte Interstate Batteries Monte Carlo.
Excellent. Looks good, that.
Looks really nice. I like that
Really
scheme. Lovely.
Yeah.
The primer is white Steinel res on the body and grey Steinel res for everything else. The chassis and engine paints are Vallejo and MiG metal. The body is Minitaire Ember green and Minitaire Raven black. Gloss coat is a 50-50 mix of Mystical leveling thinner and Tamiya X22 gloss. The decals are by Slicks, and they made a seat harness and window netting from masking tape.
That's
Nice,
cool.
nice touch up.
Yeah, that window's pretty cool.
good, Tommy.
Very nice indeed.
I like.
Ooh.
Oh,
This is Tomcat 64 next. And he says, thanks all for the comments about the X-Wing last week. And he says, back to earth with a bump for this week as we return to Valon's finest. It's a 172nd Bristol Buckingham. What can he say? Stuck some bits together, some bits fit, some bits didn't. Filling and sanding, blah, blah, blah. This week's highlights included the revelation that there are 4 engine cowlings included with the kit, all with the same part numbers, and he picked the wrong one, so they had to be reassembled more than once.
Oh, no.
And also that the main gear legs don't fit into the gap available in the nacelles. So those, along with some more filling and sanding, will be jobs for this coming week. There's hope it might even be in primer soon as some mad Canadian dentist says we've only got until the end of August to get it done. When he started on this, he was enjoying the challenge. Now it's just a sheer bloody mindedness to not do a Norman with the
You're famous, Norman.
Yep. I tell you something, for a Valum kit though, it don't look bad from here.
A lot of work though.
They don't never look bad from afar.
I was gonna say I'm miles away from Swindon anyway, so it looks all right from here. It'll be fine. Slap a bit of paint on and take a picture from 3 mile away.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Mr. Normandy.
Where?
Same as last week, isn't it?
No, different.
And he says more work this week on the Trump to 135th PLA Z8D 86B IFV.
That's a good looking tank.
Which is building from last week's live show. The model is 80% built, with just a few more parts to be cleaned up before going into the spray booth. Overall, not a bad kit, and he's really been enjoying this build so far.
It's a good looking machine, that. I really like that, no.
Yep.
Very nice.
Nice of a tank, isn't it?
It's a very pointy tank.
Yeah.
Looks like a doorstop.
I reckon that would knock down some compound walls quite easily.
Wouldn't like to get in front of it.
Nope.
Or behind it.
It's the worst place.
400.
This is F27 Pax next. And here's his second of his regional Australian Fokker friendships. This time flying with Trans-Australia Airlines, which flew some in outback Queensland in the 1960s. It's the Diusha. Let me say that again. Diusha. 144th kit. Almost all the paint is decanted Tamiya rattle can. White primer TS26, TS17, TS83 and AS12, and his own mix to make Fokker grey. The propellers are SMS neutral grey, and the tips MRP marker yellow. The decals are from Hawkeye, and what more can he say?
That's a nice
really nice.
Tiny plane, but he's doing some belting work on it.
That's lovely. Really nice.
That's nice, that.
Nice and clean.
Looking at his paint list there, it doesn't look like he's put a clear coat on that, so that's the gloss he's just got out of the can by the look of it.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Oh, some weird fella called Paul.
Really nice. Oh.
And this is Hasegawa 124th Lancia Super Delta. Best looking rally car ever.
Nice
Good
colour.
livery as well.
Yeah, it's a cool car.
It's primed in ultimate model in white primer, decanted in, painted in decanted Tamiya TS26, white through the UMP Apex airbrush, and the kit decals went on no problem, and then cleared in MIPA 2K clear.
Very nice, mate.
I like that.
Sunshine.
I like that a lot.
Very nice. Oh, I like that.
There's a little small echo and all that's put
Yeah,
in
there's an echo somewhere. Rose.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. Let's sort it.
I can hear it.
Can't be Tim. Tim's music doing it, Tim.
Definitely not me.
I'm looking at John or Sam.
I'll mute, but I'll refresh, but I can hear it.
Yeah, but you normally hear your one.
Oh, John's gone.
Gone?
Guilty.
You gone?
Oh, and Sam's gone. They're dropping like flies.
We'll never know.
But it's gone.
Anyway, now it's gone. This is Warped Crisis. Oh, nearly drowned on my own tea. This is Warped Crisis next. And this is Hog from Hell. He's built it for the Cold War GB on the forum. It's got a full build log in the Cold War GB section on the forum. And it's a Tamiya A10 in 1/48 scale. Aftermarket used are Edward PE and Mass set and Master Barrels replacement barrel set. It's finally finished it, and the main body colour paints used was Tamiya XF4 and XF58 mixed 50/50, and XF51 khaki drab, and XF26 deep green, as well as some Vallejo and Tamiya paint, and is hoping we all have a good weekend.
Excellent.
That's a well-loaded warthog in there.
That's
That's nice. I like that.
Nice work, Andrew. Lovely.
It can't be a tail city with all that ordnance under there.
That's good.
I like this one as well, Mr. John M.W.
Yeah,
Very nice.
that's gorgeous.
He's found this Revell 1962 Corvette on his shelf of doom last weekend. Most things were done, just needed a coat of clear. Some detail painting and assembly. He's getting the body. A couple of coats of Zero Paints 2K clear, and redone some of the chrome with MR Paints Chrome, which is his new favourite chrome paint. Hope to get this done pretty quick, as long as he can find a replacement steering column, as the kit one has disappeared or diapered. Put the kit away a couple of years ago.
Excellent.
Really nice looking thing, that.
It's a belting looking car, though, that, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh, 1975 Ginger Ninja.
Nice.
And here is his Academy 172nd B29. He's used UMP primer and extreme metal paints by AK. He's got the decals finished. He's got the decals finished early now. Needs sealing with a gloss coat and a bit of weathering, and done. I'll keep it short, Dan.
That's nice.
Looking really nice, that is, Nigel.
Cracking job, Annie.
I like that.
It's a big old thing, though, in a small old space that he's got.
Yeah. Mute.
Unless he's putting it in front room. And this is another weird fella called Tim Plastic, and he says this week he started to learn Spanish because he's going on holiday.
Yeah.
Well,
Si, senor.
I thought I'd learn Spanish as I'm going away to Italy.
My God, I was.
You can barely speak English.
I'd love to hear Tim try to talk Spanish.
I've been trying to learn one phrase especially. Hang on a minute. Let me.
Two beers.
No, I didn't want to just start shouting random, badly spoken English at people. I thought as going to Italy, I'd learn Spanish and I'd be able to shout this at people. Hang on a second.
fish and chips.
Hang on.
Sí, tienes una hermosa hija, pero ¿cuánto es la cabra?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that is, yes, you have a beautiful daughter, but how much is your goat? I thought, great groundbreaker, really, for a start of a conversation.
Groundbreaker?
Groundbreaker.
Not an icebreaker.
Oh, that'd be the one.
I thought you said groundbreaker.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Yes, I haven't actually learned anything yet. I got it from the pound shop, and I'll be honest, it's a Spanish book. I can't understand any of it.
To be fair, though, you can read the dictionary and have the same problem.
There is that. I'm going to try and get the Italian book next week, but I got told it's a bit more difficult.
See.
I'm gonna say, Tim, you need to get a thesaurus.
Yeah.
The hell's dinosaur gonna do?
Museum, I like going there. They've got some bones.
And just practice on English first, mate.
All right. I'll give that a go.
This is Mr. Adam Challenger next. I can't believe Adam's only got 14 posts on forum as well.
Disgusting. Adam, it's disgusting.
That I'm just shocked and appalled.
That's only 2 more than Tim.
Hang on, let's just check how many Tim's got. Oh no, Tim's got 420.
Fair play. Tim's posted quite a bit. 2 more than Graham, then.
Yeah.
I've posted more than that, but you're not going to be able to check on that list because I still haven't uploaded a picture. Sorry.
Oh, gee.
I can check. Give me a sec.
You can check. I've got about 100, I think.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow?
Nothing.
I have about 5.
Yeah, Sam. See?
But anyway, let's get back let's get back to Mr. Challenger.
Yeah, sorry, Adam, for tramping all over you.
Because I quite like this one. It's really
That's
nice. And this is Tamiya 124th Calsonic GTR. And he's got the chassis finished, the body deckled, and Meeper gloss coat on in the last week. And he should hopefully have it done by next week's show.
Really. He's got a full set of those Calsonics, and he's got about 5 of them now, I think.
I was going to say, I think we found his favourite car.
He did the Calsonic Escort. That thing was stung.
Oh, but yeah, I did like that one.
Oh, it was lovely.
Escort? You mean the old? He did a
Old Skyline.
Skyline.
We're at Skyline. Are you sure?
Yeah.
I know that's his. I think that's his 4th one that he's done this one, isn't it?
Mm.
The different versions of the Skyline, but all in Calsonic livery.
That's the ones.
And
Nice.
that's it for the forum tonight, which is short and sweet, Graham.
Sorry.
But we're going to slide straight into Face Ache because this one's quite long. And the first one tonight is Mr. John Stone. And he says, okay, this week then, slaves to the plastic. We move forward with our progress on the Trumpeter T90S. The hull is almost complete. It's primed in UMP grey, the best, and sprayed in AK Real Colours Modern Russian Green. No UMP products were harmed by thinners during this progress. That's all for now. Model on.
Cheers, Banana Man.
Oh dear.
Really, he's getting his teeth into that one, isn't he?
Now this is a new poster to the
West.
Facebook page.
Well done, John.
Yay!
And he made it.
He's made it eventually. And this is Mr. John Paul. And this is Paul Newman's 240Z Datsun. He's painted it with Spectra Tech Pacific Blue. And the white was done with Tamiya white. All done with airbrush. The decals all done by his friend. The wheels and tyres are from BMS. And the motor is fully plumbed and a scratch-built roll bar.
Very nice.
Good stuff.
Looks a doozy, that.
Wasn't it?
There's a question in the chat I've really got to just pick up. Steve says, Tim, when are we going to see that expensive car kit you bought?
Oh, it's all right. I see it every day I walk in. Cause
Tim, would you like to me answer that for you?
yeah, crack on.
Leave him alone.
Yay! Trust me, I like looking at it. And I'm not looking at it again.
It's a lovely box.
Pick it up, put it down. Pick it up, put it down.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And this is Mr. Richie Lamb next. And he says this week he'll be carrying on with his Wessex UH5 by Italieri in 148. He's primed it in UMP black. He's painted it in Vallejo Sea grey and Tamiya dark green. And no products was placed when taking this photo. Have a great show, guys.
Doing a really nice job on that. That's looking lovely.
I can't see any extra products there.
Nope, I can't see no products whatsoever.
There's a Darth Vader in the background.
There's a robot watch sitting in the background, yeah.
Robot, what's it?
A robot, what's it?
Oh.
What films are you watching there,
I'm not saying anymore. Oh my goodness me, look at that.
Look at that.
That's looking awesome.
This is Mr. Jonathan Bellows.
That's right.
This is Tamiya 135th M4A3E8. No primer. He's painted it with Mr. Colour lacquer paints. It's got value gear resin stowage, hand painted with both Tamiya acrylics and Mr. Colour lacquers. Tamiya brown panel line accent colour with MIG Productions pigments for the running gear Muddy Mess. It's a lovely kit. He highly recommends it to anyone that enjoys building and finishing armour. I don't know where that finger's
I don't know any of them people.
I've got that kit to build, and that's set the bar really high.
No, I like it. John's got some good logs there.
Yeah,
that sounds wrong again, but I do like a good log.
Yeah, those logs are laid out really well.
That's cracking.
Cracking job there.
Really nice.
This is awesome too.
Oh,
wow.
Dragon. And he's been in a bit of a modeller's funk as of late, but he did get some work done on his Games Workshop Night Titan, and he's painted it with Vallejo Game Colour Citadel Paints and Createx. He's primed in Badger Steinel Res and glossed with Aquagloss. And he's working on his base now.
Awesome.
That's
That is
looking
awesome, that.
cool. I'd like to see Isn't John, because you've got the sort of partner to that one, haven't you, John?
Yeah, I've got the slightly larger.
Yeah, they're awesome. That's yeah. Ooh.
Those ones are actually going, I say cheap by Games Workshop standards anyway at the moment.
Yeah.
There's a set where you get, I think, 2 of them and a big old piece of scenery for like 100 quid.
Okay.
Something around that mark rather than about 80 quid each.
Mm.
Well, I do hope his modeller's funk gets away from him real quick, so he's back at it.
Let's hope it funks off.
Yeah, it needs to funk off, doesn't it? And this is William Ahola. I've so many jokes I want to say, but again, I'm not that rich. And he's finished up the lovely Merlin engine for the Tamiya 132nd P51D Mustang. Paints used with Mr. Metal Colour Dark Iron and a bit of stainless. Buff the paint up with a soft brush to get a lovely metal sheen.
Nice.
Looks very engine-ish.
Oh.
And this is Mr. Ryan Cancino.
Oh, wow.
Hello, guys. Ryan at See No Evil Builds here. On his bench is his completed Chevy stepside build in a traditional 70s lowrider style. The wheels are Krager SS on low-profile white wall tyres with a super detailed interior, working front suspension, and custom hydraulic setup in bed. Painted in acrylic satin red with light weathering. He can't fit everything into this post, so more details and scratch-built parts, head on over to his YouTube channel, See No Evil Builds. Thanks, fellas. As always, stay inspired, and enjoy.
That's beautiful.
That is really cool. I love how he's got that suspension jacking thing.
Yeah.
Love it.
Really cool.
That's the hydraulic doodads that make it
yeah.
up and down, isn't it?
That's really nice.
Beautiful work. Lovely.
And another tanky type arrangement. And this is Mr. Wayne Bridge. And he thinks most have seen this stug, but it's a Bronco kit painted with Vallejo colours / washers / pigments. The added bucket is from Edward and the chain on the back from a charity shop. Started with modulation tech on the grey and then rusted it using various techniques. It took a while, but he chose Gross Deutschland division for this one and wanted it to tell the story of being a well-used workhorse. No storage because drugs were used as recon vehicles as well, lighter and easier to hide.
What?
Auto carrot.
Auto carrot again.
Yeah.
Snugs.
Moose.
Yeah.
Damn drugs. Panic is near him.
Nice.
But it's a nice little tank.
Yeah, if you read his other post underneath, Dan.
Is that the one that I forgot to mention that it does these models one hand, eh?
What?
Wow. Yeah, he's done that one-handed.
Wow.
Good God. I couldn't do that two-handed.
No, same here, Matt.
That's
an amazing bit of work.
Bloody hell.
One-handed? Wow.
Very cool.
Wow.
Very well done.
Very well done that way. And this is Mr. Paul Maxfield next. And has finished his second diorama, awaiting orders somewhere in Africa. It's a Tamiya 148 SD KFZ 250 Commander wagon with motorcycle and sidecar. He's used UMP primer and Tamiya paints. MIG sand ground effects, then sprinkled over kiln-dried sand. The rocks are from the garden and broken down to size to suit.
He's done a cracking job on that.
Nice. I think that's 148 then. That's brilliant.
Yeah, really nice.
Doing a belting job.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say bye to my missus before we go any further.
Love you.
Love you, Dan's missus.
Sarah, what's your surname?
Whatever your surname is.
You don't want to get these things wrong in life, do you?
Right, let's get back to it now.
Bye, Sarah. Bye.
She's gone now. He's gone now. We'll move straight on to Mr. Stephen Potter, so I'm not ridiculed.
Oh, look at that.
And he says, slow progress being made on the Hasegawa. Get off that. RS250RW. All bodywork now painted using Mr. Hobby Aqueous. Gloss black and gloss white. And decanted to me at TS76 Mika Silver. The decals are going down the tree with a little help from Microset and Sol.
Lovely.
Very nice.
Right, that's lovely.
That's looking cool, man.
Very nice.
I like Mr. James Giffins. And he says, well, he guesses it would be rude for me not to give you an update of the church. Base work this week and the use of UMP primer black and then model color white and dark sea grey for the tiles with a little mix for the stone steps and happy modeling all. Cute, Graham.
Yes, you can catch the latest episode of James's diorama build on his YouTube channel, which is Model Officer, and I think it's episode 12 just went up last night, and it's really, really good.
Absolutely amazing.
That's belting that.
She's got off.
Press the wrong button, Dan.
I haven't pressed no buttons.
Uh-oh, it's even worse then.
Uh-oh.
The hangout had a shift fit and threw a load you out.
Oh, did it?
I can see it on the replay.
Is it back?
No.
Uh-oh.
Reload.
Yeah, refresh.
Oh, dear.
I'm just watching back in the replay. I can see you throwing you all out. Sure, just disappear when you come back. There's no one here.
We've done that. You will pretend he's got an echo.
Clive Crowe says, what sacrifices James putting on his altar? It's the paratrooper that came through the roof and was left hanging. Church, is it St. Mary Eglise? Mary Eglise?
I've no clue.
Watch the video series. Go to Model Officer on YouTube. In fact, James has just commented on the chat there. Model Officer. Click on his name. Right click on it. You'll see a link to his channel. Go to it. Subscribe. All that good stuff. And watch his series. It's great.
Yeah. YouTube on. You're back in the room, Dan.
And he's back in the room.
Oh, look at that.
Yep.
And we're going to move on to this gigantic piece of awesomeness from Mr. Indouthwaite. He's now touring England in a car and his missus with a tent.
I have to laugh at that campsite. That campsite name today, though, is like Beverly's Butt campsite.
Yeah, something like that.
It was a bit dodgy, that one, weren't it?
Tell everyone where he is.
He'll get mobbed now. No, he won't. And he says another one to join the A.W. Jenkinson's 124th fleet. It's a Scania top line and trailer. It's an Italieri kit tractor unit, heavily modified with KFS resin tag axle and a scratch-built trailer. Again with KFS resin wheels and axles. The body and chassis built with styrene sheets and strips. Painted in Merc Arctic White and AWJ Forest Green. And he's off on holiday now. See you guys mid-September.
Enjoy your trip.
Yeah, that's fun.
Massive road trip.
Yes. Yeah.
He's literally touring the whole country.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And nipping across to Ireland, I do believe.
Yep.
You're going to Dublin.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's
yeah,
fantastic.
that looks awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Amazing how quick time he gets them built in, and then straight down amazing.
It looks so easy.
This is Mr. David Sargent next, and he says, "Good evening, lovely people. This is 148th Kinetic Sea Area FRS1. So she is nearly there. 3 decals and small touch-ups. The base and mountain. A great first kit, but needs lots of references, as kinetic instructions leave a lot to be desired, and is hopefully finished for next Friday."
Brilliant.
Very nice.
Not bad for your first kit.
No, not
Very
so.
nice.
No way.
A kinetic kit as well. This is Mr. Mike Dizzle next. And this week he's been working on the 426 Hemi for the MPC Richard Petty Dodge Charger.
That's really nice.
The kit belt for the pulleys was way too thick, so he custom made one and made some clamps for the plug wires. Both made from painter's tape, then coloured black with a Sharpie. The engine was then painted with Tamiya paints, alkali aluminium, and testers magnesium.
Very nice.
Very nice job. Yeah.
That does look good, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
I like this one too.
Oh,
This is Mr. Matthew Morvant,
look at that.
and he's almost got his 143rd 550 Maranello by BBR finished.
Wow.
It was primed in Badger / UMP white and painted with Zero Paints bright red, similar to TS49. It's completely out of the very tiny box. The decals were superb and went down with no issues using microsolid set. The clear coat is Aquagloss Clear from Alclad. Used many light coats at about 17 psi through his H&S Infinity 0.15 needle. He's then polished the model with Novus Compounds 2 and 3. If anyone has built a kit like this and has any tips for installing the acetate windows, he would love to hear about it. He's had a glue mishap with the spoiler, so that will need to be stripped and redone. Other than that, it's just headlights to finish, and this has been an extremely fun build.
That's
Yeah,
so
those
nice.
are superb. Very good.
I want to say I ended up cutting my windows into separate sections
Oh, yeah.
very carefully.
PVA glue and clamp them.
Yes, that's exactly what I use that Mod Podge glue, which is same as PVA, but a bit. I think it's slightly stronger.
Very nice.
When I was looking at the pictures on the Facebook group the other day, I totally missed the fact that it was 143rd. It doesn't look small until you drop a coin next to it, of course. But yeah, it's lovely, cracking build. Very, very nice.
I like. Oh, Mr. Wayne Lazenby.
Fine. That's Pet Shop. It ain't me running.
Oh, dear. This is Wayne's Tamiya 148 Gloucester Meteor F1. He's used Ultimate Grey Primer, XF Medium Sea Grey, XF Ocean Grey, and XF 81 Dark Green.
Cool.
Oh, good.
Like the meteor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, very nice.
Looking good.
Oh, some fella called Paul Bertland. Apparently he's tried some new 2K today on the Peugeot 307 in the Studio 27 Expert scheme. He's posted it elsewhere on the Facebook page about it. It worked very well.
Oh,
That looks very shiny. So do you think that one's better than the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it is.
yeah, kicked him out and back in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
all
bad.
been kicked, I think.
Yeah, it's playing up tonight. I'm just presenting again. There you go.
Uh-oh, spaghetti.
Back. Go on, mate.
He just
this
asked you, yeah. Did you think the Do you think the new lacquer was better than the old lacquer?
It's on par with it. So,
Is it?
Yeah.
Cool.
No. Keep reading where you're getting it.
As long as it... Well, you've got to work down your costs somehow, haven't you?
Yeah.
This is Mr. Clinton Eels next.
Ah, chunk.
Dan's disappeared.
Hey, what?
Not presenting then.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sure. He's just not presenting anymore, I don't think.
Yeah,
Dan isn't.
yes. My screen is.
You here?
Yeah, no, my screen as well.
Okay. No, that's playing up, isn't it?
Dan?
Hello? Am I still here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Mr. Clinton Eels / Chunk. He says, hello, Paul and the crew. He started on his Revell 125th 65 Chevy pickup. It's a V8 engine. It's complete and painted with Tamiya and Mr. Hobby. He started body assembly and he hopes to have it ready for primer by the end of the weekend. Cheers and all have a good weekend.
That's going to be cool, chunk.
Good.
That's going to be nice.
Nice work, Cliff.
Great work, Clip.
Oh dear.
Hello.
This is Mr. Andrew Haycock next, and it's a combo boast. It's an Airfix B25 primed in UMP grey primer and Mr. Hobby Aqueous interior green and a Neon Genesis Evangelion 1/10 Uska vinyl figure kit. It's primed in Steinel Rose neutral yellow and then Vallejo Mecha red, detail painting with Vallejo black, red and blue. And orange needs some cleanup yet, but getting there. And he hopes we all have a good weekend.
Nice.
Cheers.
Nice, mate.
Mr. Jonathan Kaminsky next. I like his paint colours he's chose for this one. He's painting his Vindicator at the moment and having a blast. Products used are watercolours acrylic paint, Vallejo metal colour, Alclad aqua gloss, UMP dark dirt wash, Alclad 2 clear coat flat, all through his UMP Apex. The decals were designed and printed by himself, although we might be hard seeing this photo. Cheers, Dan, and the rest of the crew.
Looking good.
I do like that colour scheme that he's got going on right there.
First leg.
And Mr. Bat Athwell next. And he's moved on to the interior of the Aoshima 1983 Skyline Super Silhouette for the group build. The seatbelt was done using 2mm ribbon and Photo-Etch buckles. The tub was completed using Revell, Tamiya and Vallejo paints. Plumbing was added to the various cylinders and hopefully have the kit completed shortly.
Very nice.
Work back.
Very cool.
It is quite well detailed, isn't it?
Yeah, there's loads there, aren't they?
Nice work.
Built that car ages ago.
I like it.
Hmm.
Oh, Mr. Norman Dennison.
Oh,
Again?
Who's he?
Again.
Dedication.
what?
Dedication.
He says, along with building the 135th Trumpeter BD86B shown in the ISM forums, he's been building the 135th Dragon BRDM-2. It's a nice simple kit, if somewhat showing its age. A few little fit problems to overcome, but nothing that's not too difficult to fix, and is open to have it in the spray booth alongside the Trumpeter kit soon.
Cool.
Or back in its box and on the shelf.
Oh, leave him alone, you big
A big mean.
You bully.
I think that box has gone in the bin, hasn't it, Norm?
No, mate. Well fumigated.
I'm
Well,
going to say it's been through decontamination.
yeah, it's got about half a ton of links on it.
This is Mr. Darren Coates next. And this is his 56 Chevy. It's body now is painted and using foil for the very first time. Big thanks to you, to the people who responded on Facebook referring using foil for the badges. It's a steep learning curve and he's still refining all the lines for the foil. It's used to me a black and 02K.
Nice.
Nice.
It does look good though, that.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
Mr. Gav Painter next. Says not much done this week, but it's painted and weathered quick boost resin exhaust for the Tamiya 148th Mosquito. Primed with UMP black, Mr. Metal Colour stainless. Then buffed until shiny, then sealed with aqua gloss, layers of AK rust and AK light, medium and dark, and ochre rusts, smoke, black and burnt jet engine pigments applied, then dabbed with AK pigment fixer, then repeated until I had a mix of tones. Thank you.
Nice work.
Yeah, looking awesome.
Nice work, eh?
I'm really looking forward to seeing that Mozzie finish because he's done some excellent work on that.
He has done some excellent work, and it will be a corker. I like this one as well.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
This is Mr. Dean Armitage. And this week, while he's been waiting for his P51 to cure, so he's been having a go at a 1/12 Ernst Udet resin bust, which came free with a 48th scale dragon kit. It's primed in UMP black and painted with Vallejo model colour. This is his first time painting these things, and he's not quite sure about the face. Maybe a bit more rose in the cheeks. Any feedback is much appreciated.
Lovely.
That looks nice.
He's doing a cracking job on that.
That's lovely.
The jacket's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, that leather works really good.
Really cool.
Nailed.
I did comment to him earlier on in week to say, you know, if you're not unsure about it, just put it to one side and come back in a couple of days with some fresh eyes, and you'll just be able to just see it then better.
Yeah. I think the pictures of the cap as well, he got some good fabric effect on the top.
Yes.
The peaks glossy is out. Yeah, it's looking cracking.
That's nice up. That's
Really good. I love that leather on the jacket. It's really good. Really good.
Very nice.
Ooh. Here we go. Look at this.
Here we go.
Neil's just joined as well. He's just joined the chat about 10 minutes ago.
Mr. Neil Fraser next. He says, despite a few issues with CA glue that seemed only to go off when he wanted it, or when it wanted, he still managed to make a little progress on the B17, and he hopes we like it.
Wow. Cool.
That's cracking.
Cool.
Really
Unbelievable.
Yep.
I'd have done a Hulk smash on that long ago.
But that'll all fit in the box.
It depends. Depends if you got a skip.
Just going to need a big box out when it's done.
Oh, Mr. Pavel's back next.
Oh, nice, Pavel.
And he says, hello, this week is finished. It's 3 projects in 172nd. Tiger 1 mid from Dragon. Another tank. It's a tank in 176. And Zis 3 from Zvezda. The Tiger and Zis as barrels from RB Models. All builds was done with some homemade upgrades. The Tiger and the Zis will be in one small diorama. The colours and weathering are, as usual, from Ammo, AK, Vallejo. Have a nice weekend. And PS, next time will be a van from Nissan from Aoshima in 124.
Nice.
Really nice. Nice photo as well, that. Love it.
I do like that photo.
Yeah.
Nice work.
They're looking really cool.
Yeah.
I've got one of them Tigers parked up somewhere.
In your back garden.
Oh, well, I'll bury it. This is Mr. John Sharp next, and he's finally finished off the Tamiya Calsonic Skyline. Paint and clear decanted Tamiya TS44 and TS13 respectively. Built for Paul's touring car build, and a present from his wonderful, generous friend, Sexy Sam. Thanks again, beautiful.
Loving that.
Get a room, you two.
Yeah, get a room.
Lovely. Lovely.
Right, nice, mate.
Yeah, nice work.
Excellent work.
Oh dear, we've got to try and pick now.
Should pop off for 10 minutes back in a minute.
I've just got to have a Connor in corner.
Go on.
What's Sean got to do with it?
Yeah. Have you got a pen and paper, Timbo?
Always.
Right, we'll have a quick rundown before we get to the nitty gritty. This is Nova Russ with his parachuting mist. It looks like a zombie there, you know.
Yep.
But he's parachuting Mr. Weir's PE straps that he's been very bravely doing. Mr. Drums 01 with his very small A10A and his highly modified bits and many photos. Mr. Barry Thornton and his tank wheels and sandery type arrangements. G. Mahaffey with his MiG-31 and a engine for his Junkers, I do believe.
That's it.
That should win. Tommy M for his Bobby Labonte, Monte Carlo. Tomcat 64 for the Valum Bristol Buckingham. Norm. Pax 20, F27 Pax and his Aussie airline plane type of, I can't remember what plane it were now. Yeah. Yep. Warped Crisis with the Hog from Hell. It's an A10, I do believe. John MW for his 1962 Corvette. I quite like that one. Nige 1975 Ginger Ninja with his 172nd B29, and Mr. Adam Challenger with his Calsonic GTR. And then we've got Mr. John Stone with his Trumpeter T90S, Mr. John Paul with his 240 Datsun, Mr. Richie Lamb with his Wessex UH5, Mr. Jonathan Bellows with his Easy 8, Mr. Gilbert Mondragon with his Games Workshop Night Titan, Mr. William Ahola with his engine for his P51D Mustang, Mr. Ryan Cancino with his 65 Chevy Stepside, Mr. Wayne Bridge with his Stug, Mr. Paul Maxfield with a diorama awaiting orders somewhere in Africa, Mr. Stephen Potter with his RS250RW, Mr. James Skiffins again with his churchy domey thing, Mr. Ian Douthwaite with his Scania Topline and trailer, Mr. David Sargent with his Kinetic Sea Harrier, Mr. Mike Dizzle with his 426 Hemi, Mr. Matthew Morvant with his 550 Maranello in 1/43rd scale, Mr. Wayne Lazenby with his Gloucester Meteor, Mr. Clinton Eels with his 65 Chevy pickup, Mr. Andrew Haycock with his B25 and a vinyl. Yeah, it's going to be a lady. Yeah, that one. Mr. Jonathan Kaminsky with his Vindicator, Mr. Bap Athwell and his interior for his Skyline Super Silhouette. Yeah. Mr. Darren Coates with his 56 Chevy, Mr. Gaff Painter with his exhaust for his Mosquito, Mr. Dean Armitage with his 112 Ernst Udet resin bust, Mr. Neil Fraser with his B17 scratch built from a plan type arrangement, Mr. Pavel Sabak with his Tiger One and his other bits, and yeah. Oh, good God.
Right.
One thing.
Go on in, Graham. Starts off.
John and Wayne's tanks are both awesome, but Ryan's Chevy Stepside is spot on. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yeah, definitely got to be that for me.
Oh, Ryan, Stepside for you. Paul.
I
don't know.
Yeah, I think I've got to go with Graham on that step side. That's just lovely. Superb. And there's about 20 others that go along with it. And to be honest, that's the one that caught my eye, and it's just lovely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going with Graham.
Dan.
Well, I've got three. I've got Adam's Calsonic. I've got Ryan's Stepside. But the one I'm going to go for is Dean Armitage's figure.
Oh,
yeah, that was one of mine as well. Yeah,
just because it is not done figures before, but that to me, it's
that's lovely.
Yeah. So I'm going for Mr. Dean Armitage.
Cool. Norman.
I'm going to go for Ian Douthwaite's Scania truck because I like the scratch build. The scratch build he did on it.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. And for such a short time, I mean, last week that trailer was just a shell.
Yeah.
How he doesn't that fast, I do not know.
Yeah, I think that, like you say, I've got about a list here as long as you're on, but that just caught my eye, that one.
Good. Sam?
Ian Douthwaite's tractor trailer.
Cool.
And about 6 others.
Yeah, there's quite a few. John?
Getting harder and harder. I'm going to go for, was it Matthew's little Ferrari?
Oh, yeah.
On 43rd?
Yep. Cool. Ferrari for you. I had a couple as well. I actually quite like the Aussie plane from the forum.
Yeah,
Quite a nice job done on that.
mm-hmm.
That the engine, I can't remember who just done it. The V8 engine, all the little bit of detailing.
That'll be Mike Dizzle.
Yeah, Mike Dizzle like that a lot. But I'll be honest, we're actually on a bit of a decision between Ian Struck and Ryan Stepside, and I had a vote for Ryan Stepside, so I'm going to let that go to that and give him the win this week.
Yeah.
Well done, Ryan.
Stunning build.
Congrats. Beautiful build. Absolutely stunning.
Yep. There it is.
I think Claire might be asking about the wheels. Is it on that truck you're asking about, Claire? She said, what happened to the wheels? Because I think she's talking about the one that's jacked up on the front of the step side.
Yeah, it's got hydraulics on it, so it angles the wheels different.
Yeah, if you see some of the American street stuff, a lot of the time they have low riding cars, but they've got hydraulics in so they can make the cars jump and dance. And that's what he's done there. He's done it in 124 scale, which is just amazing.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Well, I do believe his next build, what he's building, is built the chassis and all the running gear from scratch. So that could be one to watch as well.
Definitely.
Beautiful. Great work, mate.
Great work, everyone.
Yeah, well done, everyone.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody that shared the work. Well done to Ryan. Get your name addressed to me, buddy. We'll get your goodie bag in the post. And yeah, congratulations. Well done, everyone. All superb work. Really brilliant.
Very nice stuff.
Dan will put the post up later on in the week for you. Or earlier in the week, Thursday.
I shall.
Volante.
Nice one, Dan.
Thank you very kindly.
Just incidentally, good price on a kit that can be a bit of a pig to find. Amazon's got the 135th Trumpy Hines for 75 quid.
Oh. How much?
75 on Prime.
It's not a bad price, actually.
Good price now.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a kit. Bit of a mojo sapper, but it's a hell of a kit. Well, there's me for every piece of aftermarket on it.
Yeah, it doesn't always help.
And some trucks cheap on Amazon as well. Some of the trucks down to 31 quid.
Oh, Ryan's there in the chat just saying thank you, mate. It's awesome. It's stunning. Well deserved, man.
There you go, Bill. There's a little going on there.
Someone needs to oil that door.
That's a big one, John.
Yeah.
First time he's there.
I just
Still
realised
got to have the
wasn't.
breech and the nozzle or muzzle go on it.
Sounds out there.
John, it is a 135th Hind MI24. Or ML, whatever the hell it is.
I just realised I wasn't subscribed to Ryan's channel. I am now. I just rectified that.
Oh, good stuff.
I know. I remember I watched a couple of vids and for some reason I've forgotten to subscribe.
Forgotten, eh? Forgotten.
Yeah, slacking it.
What's his channel again?
See No Evil. He's in the chat there. See No Evil builds.
Don't know. I won't subscribe.
Yeah, there's some trucks on offer on Amazon as well. Some of them are down to 31 quid.
I haven't nosed at those today.
Hey?
I haven't nosed at them today. Very cheap.
Mercedes Actros is 33.
That's cheap.
Which one? The MP3?
Yeah. The Scania is down to 40 quid. The black one, the show truck.
Oh,
Nice.
It's not bad.
Road bus, 40 quid.
It's going to be ludicrous.
Wow.
Where are you going to put that, Sharpie?
I could name somewhere.
Well, I
It's going to start
the list.
I might put it on top of my fish.
We'll throw it in pond on back garden and just say it's a diorama.
Oh, that's where the boat went. I did a SAM and launched it out the window and actually landed in the pond and sank.
Well, it was good that day.
Question from Matt. When paint callouts are for flat colours, does that mean it should have a flat clear coat? And if it's gloss, a gloss clear coat?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
paint it with a flat paint or a gloss coat paint.
Yeah. That was something that hadn't occurred to me before. I was watching one of Mig's, you know, when he goes to do like the seminar things he does and people video it.
All he does is promote his own products.
How dare people do such a thing?
No,
but one of the questions was asked about, you know, I think he was building up layers of weather and stuff, using his own products, of course. And somebody said, oh, you know, would you seal that in with a matte coat or a gloss coat and then do some more? And he was like, can I just address something? He said, there's so many people who just build a kit and then they'll just matte coat the whole lot. He said, but if you look at something in real life, there's bits of gloss, bits of matte, bits of satin. He said, don't just cover everything in one matte coat. Do, you know, leave some bits undone or whatever. And I've never thought about that. I like that idea a lot.
That wasn't me.
Not me either.
Aww. 6 and 7.
Oh yeah, baby.
I'm looking for something.
Oh, I would have failed James just about weed drunk. Oh, James. Revel's Hemi Cuda there, the Plymouth for 19 quid on Prime. Good. I guess that on Amazon Prime at the minute.
It never ceases to amaze me how many people just completely ignore Amazon when they're looking at buying models.
Yeah.
One of the best places to get it half the time.
Yeah, well, if they're on offer, you just check it regularly. Some of the trucks are really cheap at the minute, though.
Yeah, the prices can change day to day. But
Isn't that new one, the Iveco Stralis Highway 4x2?
Oh, I don't know.
37 quid.
Where's the picture? It's the same cab as that new one that they've done, the racing one. Yeah.
Right, yeah. 37 quid.
Nice. Well, the racing one, really. I bet they haven't got that on offer.
Probably not.
No, I was looking for it.
I don't know, they ought to do one of the drag trucks. That'd be cool.
Right, what time is it? I need to do some painting.
We need to do some questions, don't we?
Indeed, we should do that. And then we'll do that giveaway.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
Right, we're going to go to Graham. He's going to do the questions for the crew. The first time in about 6 weeks.
Oi.
And there we go. Probably haven't got any now. I've probably got 3. Yeah.
Oops. Oops.
There's the wrong button.
Bye.
Yeah, I try to change my
Hey,
camera.
Matthew, take care, man.
Hold up.
Matthew.
Yeah, Matthew.
Yeah, man.
Right, so Let's see. How many have we got on the forum? Yeah, we've got a few in the forum, so I shall do the forum first. Right, so Scott, 2 kids no sleep, kicks us off and he says, I have a new set of brushes. One set is sable, natural fibres, and the other set are synthetic fibres. What paints are best used with the natural versus synthetic fibres, and what best used when cleaning them to avoid destroying the bristles? Seem to read conflicting info on this natural synthetic brush subject. Yes, I'm with you there, mate.
Aren't the sable ones better for like water-based paints?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you synthetic for like oil and things like that. I think that's a general rule of thumb.
I don't know what the difference is.
I'm sure it is. That's why, yeah, like watercolors and obviously things like Vallejo, Citadel. But I use my Winsor Newtons with anything really. In fact, I used one for an oil wash the other day. I forgot and didn't clean it and ruined it.
It depends how much of a heathen you are with your brushes. You know, I mean, to me, a brush is a brush is a brush, unless we're getting down to the really fine Winsor Newtons, you know, that you're paying quality money for. And then I will just use them like a heathen and just
Cleaning, though, I give them a, depending on the paint used,
yes,
the appropriate thinner. But it's normally UMP airbrush cleaner, good swirl round, and some of the Masters soap, brush soap.
Yeah, perfect.
Dry and a quick lick and back in its cover.
Mm-hmm.
And the best thing to do with brushes, though, is don't get any paint past the ferrule.
yes,
Yeah.
So,
Use your brush wet as well. Use your brush wet.
Yeah.
Don't use it dry.
Yeah. And also another tip that I got when I started looking into the figure painting was if you're using metallics, have a separate, you know, when you used to use if you're using acrylics, so you're just rinsing in water between sort of color changes and stuff. You have a separate rinse pot for metallics, so you don't get metallic flakes in your normal rinse pot, which then gets into the paint that you're using elsewhere. Yeah. But, so there you go. That was from Scott.
What about when you use your mouth to clean the brush?
Yeah.
Have a good sweep before you.
Tend to do that. And Gabriel McAfee says, a few questions for the crew. 2 are modelling related, and the other is crew related. Ooh. What are the best brushes for hand painting, and what sizes would you recommend? And how do you keep brushes in good condition?
Well, we just answered that one.
Yeah, and he says, for me, the tip of the brush never stays pointy for very long. That's because you're getting paint in the ferrule.
Probably.
And it spreads the bristles out from the bottom. If the paint gets into the actual, I think my good brushes are
metal part.
Yeah, if the paint gets down below here into the ferrule, it actually forces the bristles apart like that, and you'll never get them back together. Masters will sometimes get in there if you leave it overnight to soak. In Masters, it'll work some of it out, but yeah, it builds up and then just splays the brushes out from the bottom. No matter what you do, you're never going to get them back together. So that's why they don't stay pointy.
Brush wise, I like the Winsor Newtons. The Tamiya ones are good for less.
A lot of the guys are talking about broken toed ones as well. Apparently, they're very good.
Citadels are all right. They're a little bit expensive though.
They are Winsor free badge with Citadel.
Yeah.
Anything you can get that's got Polinsky sable.
Yeah.
Would be a good brush.
What was the question for the crew then?
For me, the tip of the brush never stays pointy for very long. For the crew, I miss some of the other crewmates. What happened to the other crewmates, Ivan and Brett, for example?
The answers last week.
Yeah.
We did, yeah, we did.
Ivan's moved on. He's no longer. Well, don't think he said he's not going to model anymore.
Mm.
From what the message I got the other day, he's moved on to the different pastures and he's doing something else. I assume. I don't know what. Brett, again, moved on. People move on and things happen. What have you? Brett, I'll be honest with you. Brett's not on the live show because, and I will be totally honest, he kept letting me down, either by not being here. I understand why, or disappearing halfway through the show. And if it was for reasons like his couple is eating their cable out, he has to pick somebody up in the airport, I'll be back in a minute, and didn't come back. And when we're doing a live show, it's important to be here. And obviously, his brother was ill. I think Brett had a few issues and he couldn't make it. And that I totally understand. That's not a problem. But what happened was I started to get other people in to fill the spots because it was getting to the point where there was 4 of us here one night because 3 people didn't make it. And that makes the show less interesting. And for me, the show is important. So I got more people involved, like Norman, Graham, John, and who else wasn't there? No, that must be it. And what I had to say to Brett, Les, and Andreas was that you've no longer got a guaranteed spot on the show. That you can't just join because it's unfair for me to throw out, say, Sam or Norman one week because somebody can make it one week and then they can't make it the other. I want continuity. This is a show on my channel, and I want continuity on this. I want people that are going to be there all the time and not going to disappear and things like that. And it's a bit of a touchy subject, but that's the truth. These guys know it, and Brett, Les, and Andreas will know the score. Les basically just vanished off the face of this planet. He started working, and he went, and that was it. Didn't make it, and I've not spoken to Les in 6 months. The real shame, consider Les a very close friend. But like I say, things happen, people move on. You know, you move away from people do different things, and that's it. There's been no falling out whatsoever. No malice there. And I wish everybody good luck. But for me, there was the show. I need continuity. Ivan, ages ago, kept letting me down, and I replaced him with John. And it's not in a nasty way. It's just, look, if you can't make it, just be honest. And he did, and he was honest. And I was like, right, I'll get John on. And then we had Ivan back, but Ivan's moved on to pasture, you know. No idea what he's doing. I didn't ask. But yeah, that's it. People just move on and things change, and that's it. Everyone's friendships change over time, and people come and go. It won't be the first time. It certainly won't be the last.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's it. Really.
There you go.
Yeah. Hopefully that'll because we keep getting asked all the time.
Yeah.
And I can't keep going over it over and over it again. That is it. People move on, people come and go. It's just the way life is.
It's life, yeah.
Yeah, it is. Sadly, I've got friends that, you know, I don't see as much of anymore and things like that. But yeah, that's it.
There we go. Right.
And then some new old friends that have reappeared again. And
exactly, yeah, that's it. Exactly. People come back and it's, you know, get yourself sorted and everything. Yeah, life change. Yeah, life changes, Clinton. You're right. That's it.
Right. So we move over to Facebook. If I can find the post. I should have had it teed up ready, shouldn't I? I did, and then I shut Facebook down, and it's come back, and I've lost it again. Just 1 second. One moment, caller. There we go. Right, so we've got 4 questions on Facebook. First one is from Cam, Jonathan Kaminsky. Says, hi guys, just want to say thank you for making the live show every Friday. I look forward to it every week. My question for the crew is, what matte flat top coat would you recommend that is both durable but very flat? Also, any tips on using it? Thank you in advance.
Tesla's dual coat for me.
Yeah.
In a little glass bottle. I'm sure somebody's got one at hand, hopefully.
Yeah, I've got one here.
Little glass bottle. You can get it from Model Display Products for about £3.50. There it is. It'll last you for ages. Thinner 50/50 with Mr. Hobby thinner, not the leveling thinner, the normal stuff. Or go back where you were, you can see it better.
Is it whiting out?
It is now, yeah. Mr. Hobby, just normal thinner or cellulose thinner?
I just use it with normal lacquer thinner and it works okay. I want to try it with the more refined Mr. Hobby thinner actually, but it's so flat.
Yeah, it's thinner 50/50. Airbrush it on low pressure, and lovely stuff. Really nice. The other one I've tried was the AK Ultra flat thing. The only thing is, it's not very hard wearing, and it rubs off with your handle wherever it is. which I wasn't a fan of.
Then I'd probably recommend Winsor and Newton.
Yeah.
I mean, I've used that loads, and that seems to be the hardest one for me. You know, it's,
Tamirex F86 is good, but just be a bit careful how you spray it on.
Yeah.
When you mix it with,
it's what you actually after for the look of the model as well, isn't it? Does it need a slight shine, or does it need to be flatter than a snake in a wagon rut?
yeah, I mean, I found that with the XF86, I can play around with. If you mix it with Mr. Hobby leveling thinner, you'll get one sort of finished texture. If you mix it with UMP thinner, you'll get a different texture. Mix it with Tamirex 20A, and it'll be different again. So you can actually get variations in how matte or not matte it is, depending on how you thin it. So yeah, you can play around with all of them. But Tester's dull coat, if you want a lovely flat finish, is just amazing. Flat is a flat thing.
I do thin it, Claire. I thin it with UMP thinners, Winsor and Newton. Just a little dabble dewy, and it just
Okay, so I hope that's helped you there, Cal. And Scott Neville says, when is Paul Bretland going to build that F1 with all the goodies that he's hiding in his stash?
Who actually?
Scott Neville. It's a 112 MP4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I get around to it, it will be built. Don't you worry, it's going nowhere. That thing.
That's a one of those you've just got to be in the mood, haven't you?
Yeah. I keep looking out what to do.
Big project.
Big kit as well. And a lot of aftermarket in there. Is that you again, Sam?
No, it was John.
Right. So Ivan Daganese says, how do you make the paint not peel off from the canopy when you remove the masks? When I put primer, then exterior paint, it's fine. But when I put interior colour first, then exterior colour, the paint peels off.
Put it on toothpaste, maybe? I know some people score around it with a knife.
Score around with a very brand new blade and your knife.
Just very lightly score the edge of the masking tape. But I've never done that and never pulled any paint. Well, you might have pulled the tiniest little bit off. But maybe you're putting your paint on a bit thick.
Are you putting primer of, because you obviously spray the interior colour first, are you then putting primer over the top and then your exterior colour, or are you just putting the exterior colour straight onto the interior colour?
It's not going to find it easy to grip.
Yeah, that layer of primer between the two layers of paint will just help them both to grip to each other. As long as the interior colour has got a good grip on the canopy, it should hold.
And once you've got it masked, go over it with a very fine braid sander, just to roughen up the surface. So that the paint has something to keep to and stick to as well.
I don't know why, but we're talking about hogs in the chat.
We're talking about where you get hair from for your brushes.
All right. I can't envision this as being right. We've got a weird echo.
Here it is time.
Michael's saying the largest American hog was 7 foot long by 7 foot high.
Yeah.
7 foot high.
Yeah.
7 foot high?
By 7 foot long.
They're massive things.
Yeah, I know that. Right, somebody sort their echo.
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 I believe the 7 foot long bit, but the 7 foot.
Yeah, the 7 foot high doesn't go well with the 7 foot long. Just imagine it, boys.
That's going to be like
that doesn't calculate. It's huge. That's tall.
That's like front end of an articulated lorry.
That's 6 inches taller than you, Graham, but not much longer. So how does that work? What is it, like a balloon?
Yeah.
Mouse hair.
Anyway, still big.
Aye, some ribs in that.
That was a bison.
Yeah, that makes more sense, John. It was a bison. Yeah.
So yeah, hope that helps. Try primer between your paints, possibly.
Yeah,
and be very careful when you're masking, and if you can, go round the tape with a sharp, brand new blade.
Or the other way around of it, you can do is you actually paint the inside of the canopy the inside colour.
Mm-hmm.
And you mask up the outside and you put your primer down and then spray paint down so you don't have to worry about that lifting. But it's double the amount of work.
I tried to do that. It's really hard to mask the interior as well because you got to get, especially on a small canopy.
I did that big 21 wasn't too bad. But that was quite one single large area, which wasn't too bad.
And then John Hebben, final question, asks how much do you spend a year on models and modelling related stuff?
God knows.
Yeah, God
I
knows.
suspect, quickly skip by that question.
Yeah.
Whatever your budget is, you spend it.
Pick a number and double it.
And then quadruple it and then add a bit more on the end.
Then go Telford.
Yeah, and then go to and then
Then get a dose of squirrelitis on the top of that.
So that concludes the questions for this week. If anybody got any other questions, stick them in the chat. But yeah, thank you for that, guys. I will put the posts up again this week.
No, you won't.
I will.
You won't.
Chat. Oh, Matty's Metal Detect in South Wales is in there. He says, I'm always here, guys. I'm extremely new to the hobby. Only built about 3 Airfix planes so far, but not confident to show them on the ISM Facebook page yet. But your inspiration is awesome. Get them posted.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, post away, dude.
Honestly, mate, please do.
Post them.
You'll get nothing but positive. Sorry, I think of the word. Don't be afraid to post on there, buddy. That's all.
It's the friendliest place on the internet.
Yeah, you won't get any good, but yeah, it's
not
definitely. Cam says, sorry to ask the question. No, but the last question reminded me, how long would you leave before masking over water-based acrylic? Usually leave it 24 hours to be safe.
Yeah, that's my rule of thumb.
Yeah, somewhere around there. If you can.
Yeah, that's not more.
No, it doesn't, Red Baron. Does it cost money to join the forum? No, absolutely not. InScaleModeler.com, and it's all free.
It's all free.
And the YouTube channel, which is the channel you're watching now, is all free too. No fees or no hidden videos or anything. It's all there for you.
Yeah.
Come and enjoy.
Me and Lee foot the bill for the forum.
Very substantial one. That.
Always have and always will.
With the new Flickr integration, it's very easy to post now from phone or iPad, MacBook.
Yes, John, I'm looking at you.
Yeah, that's very nice of you to say, Francis.
It is the nicest forum. It's right.
Right, J5.
And we don't bite.
How long have you all been modelling? I reckon I'd say modelling properly for about 8 years. That's my class. But I did some when I was a kid and a teen.
Yeah, I was on and off since I was about 6, but properly for 3-4 years.
As a kid, modelled for a couple of years, left the hobby, did other things, and I came back about 4 or 5 years ago, Paul, wasn't it? I messaged you 4 years ago, yeah.
Some weird noises there, boys. Either John or Tim. Weird noise. Right, so I think we'll do a giveaway. Yeah. So we've got this lovely Sparmax GP35 airbrush, donated by Martin, dashcraft.net. Head over there to Martin's site, absolutely brilliant. It's a 0.35mm nozzle, 7mm colour cup with a 15mm colour cup as well. Preset handle, and it's a side feed as well. quite unusual. £80 RRP, looks a nice bit of kit. Trigger action with a proper handle, nice and comfy to use. And that's it. I'll answer that in a minute, John. So all you got to do to win this is keep an eye out for Graham posting the chat start numbers now. Don't normally start the timer, it's on your screen as well. Pick a number from 1 to 1,000. After 5 minutes, we'll close it. Latest, James. We'll close it. We'll do a live random number generator. Pick a winner at random. It's as simple as that. Really quick, really easy, and simple to win. Are you ready, Graham? You ready, Norman?
Yeah, ready.
Are you ready, boys?
In 3, 2, 1, start.
Start numbers now.
There we go. Right, John says, questions. Any way to muffle the noise of an air compressor? I live in an apartment. Well, don't wrap anything around it because it'll overheat for the start. But what you can do is put it in a cupboard and maybe soundproof the cupboard a little bit, put a couple of ventilation holes in it.
Yep. You can buy things for audio speakers that are, it's anti-vibration matting. And it's designed to isolate the speaker from the ground so you get no vibration, a crisper sound, but it will also work to mute vibrations as well.
What I have in mind is we got new carpet down and the thick underlay, the plastic. There was a big piece of it, so I cut a piece, folded it, and I sat the compressor on top of it on its feet. Plenty of air getting around it, and it's reduced the noise of it and the vibration. Yeah.
As weird as this sounds as well, if you're worried because you're upstairs, suspend it. I know it sounds daft, but it only has to be off at ground a couple of millimeters.
What sort of device would you have in your house that you could suspend the compressor from there?
A certain type of swing.
Well, on my particular bench that I've got now, and the one that I had previous, I had two hooks literally screwed into underside of my bench, and just I used bungee cord is what I used to suspend mine.
What about the compressor?
And that, I just used blue nylon rope.
It chafes.
There's a question there from Claire a little bit further up as well.
That's that one.
Had a few drips when airbrushing thinned Tamiya lacquer with a 0.2 needle at 20 psi. Is the paint too thin?
Drip.
Sounds like a needle not closing up.
Like overspray. You put too much.
Do you mean a run in the paintwork?
Must be. If you got a run, you put too much paint on.
Well, guys, I'm going to have to hoof it because my eyes are closed.
See you, mate.
You don't want me snoring on the site as well, you know?
Hey?
You don't want me snoring as well.
Well, we've heard it from one end.
See you later.
I got you snoring on my phone anyway. So.
I know you have, man. How am I going to forget that? See you in the morning, boys.
See you later, Sam. Take care, mate.
Drips from the actual airbrush. Yeah, you're going to get paint. Probably accumulating on the needle tip. Yeah.
Four slinkies.
I've got just over 2 minutes. Don't forget, guys and girls, as well, I've got a Facebook page for the live show. It's live at the bench. Go over to the Facebook page. All the links get put up there first, any information. We've also got a Hangout group as well, which is just like this, but we're off air. It's private. You're all welcome to join that. The link goes up on the Modelling Hangout group on Facebook every day. All you need is a webcam, a mic, and a good sense of humour. Come and join us, do some modelling, have a laugh, and come and have some fun with us. Don't forget, we've got ISM Facebook page and forum as well. As said, they're both free to join. They're well run, well policed. There's no idiots on there. No one wants a critique given. There's competitions and giveaways on the forum. There's group builds on the forum. There's SIGs and buddy builds and group builds on the Facebook page as well. As well as any advice you want or show your work, etc. That's all on there. We've got my personal Facebook page, not my actual Facebook page because I don't use that for modelling, but Paul-ISM is my modelling page. Have a look at that. Graham's got a channel as well. So is John Sharp and Tim. So have a look at their stuff. John's got have you got a modelling page, John? Cool. Graham's got one though. And obviously check out umpretail.com as well, myself and Lee's business. Graham's channel is
Black 73 Cat Scale Models.
I think your Facebook page is the same name.
Black 73 Cat Scale Models.
Yeah, and John is Sharpest Models. I don't think John has got a Facebook page.
No, I don't think he has. No.
And yeah, that's it. You want to come join us? Seriously, come join the Modeling Hangout group. Come have a laugh.
Yeah.
Good fun. Good fun. And you got 10 seconds. 10
10
seconds.
Got numbers.
3, 2, 1. Number stop.
Stop now. Red Baron's asking what airbrush would you recommend that is cheapish and can do fine lines?
Depends on your budget, Red Baron, and where you are in the world.
And how fine do you mean by fine?
Yeah, let us know your budget, where you are in the world, and yeah, how fine you mean.
Yeah.
Right, let me just screen share this. Shut that little chat bar up. You sharing?
Yes.
You are.
Ignore the 4, it was already there. So we've got 1 to 1,000. We're going to click this once and once only. That'll be the winning number. As always, the 2 people pick the same number. The first person to pick it automatically wins. And if you think there's one, please don't shout it out. We have had the wrong names mentioned before. These guys will check, and when they know the winner, Graham will then answer. So the winning number for the Sparmax GP35 airbrush, handled by Mon air-craft.net, is 472. Ooh, right in the middle.
72.
Good. 472. There we go. There's some lucky person's going to win it.
I've only got like 5 or 6 numbers on my YouTube showing what's going on. Oh. There it is. Now it's working.
You got it, yeah?
No. And I know if I'm going to try refreshing the YouTube.
You lose them all.
Yeah, I've just got to wait for it to catch up now. There you go.
Have you got live chat set on your top chat? You know, when your chat it says live chat or top chat at the top?
Got top chat.
Yeah, if you click on the little 3 lines thing, you can change that to live chat and you get all of the messages then. Sometimes you miss them if you're on top chat. It does a Facebook thing and misses some.
3 dots, you mean?
Whatever 3. I've got 3 like equalizer lines.
All I've got is participants pop out, toggle, and send feedback.
Next to where it says top chat, there should be a little.
Oh, live chat. Oh, okay. Not seen it. Oh, okay. Didn't realise that. Cool.
You okay doing it?
I wonder why mine was going so slow. Was it 472, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there we are. So that's pretty much done for tonight. I reckon we'll be back next week with our proper show. For the bench update, it'll probably be Monday, maybe Sunday or Monday. More than likely Monday. And yeah, like I said, we'll be back next Friday.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
I
I'm about
concur.
to take the socks off for counting and everything. Because it was quite close with a couple.
Yeah.
We all agree?
Yeah.
I am.
Yes?
Yeah.
So, for the Sparmax airbrush, kindly donated by Martin at air-craft.net, Paul drew the number 472, and the nearest to that with 463 was Ricky Marler.
Well done.
Hello, Ricky. Congratulations, mate. Get your name and address to me, and I'll get that on the post here. So well done. Paul on the forum and Paul Bretland on Facebook. Contact me on there, and I should get that on the post. Well done. Congratulations.
Well done.
There we go. Right, Red Baron's got $150. Right, here in the States. So I would recommend either an iWater or a Badger. I don't know the price in the States. It's going to be hard to recommend, but look at like the Badger Patriot or the iWater HPC Plus. Both good airbrushes. If it was me, I'd probably go for the Iwata personally. But it's hard to tell because the prices over there. Also looking at the Far East for Iwata as well, because you've got no import duty there, so you get it cheaper and you won't pay any penalties. So that's what I do. So yeah, well done, Rick. Get your name addressed to me, mate, and I'll get that in the post to you. Well done. And there we are. So I think we'll call it quits for tonight. Thanks everybody that watched, everyone that joined in. Congratulations to the winners tonight as well. Thanks for these guys for joining, Dan for looking at all the Facebook page and forum work, and Graham for doing the questions for the crew. We'll see you on next Friday. So bye bye everyone.
Thank you guys. Take care.
Bye.